The day of the hairy freak or the fat slob is practically gone.
Let the party begin. I've got snacks.
What is going on with this light? There we go. I think that's better. Hello, everyone. Now you can see my face. Look at us. We did it again. Another 7 days around the sun. Welcome to WCW Deep Cuts Live. Once again for the 142nd week in a row. My name is Tom. That is my name down there. Look at us. We're killing it, man. We're killing it. And this is WCW Deep Cuts Live every Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern. We gather to watch the forgotten quote-unquote television classics from World Championship Wrestling in the 1990s. Hello, the Erotic Eric Fontaine Fan Club, aka the Chat. Y'all, I love having you here. And what? Sorry, my phone doing things. There, where were we? Fixed. I had an alarm going off. Why am I doing alarms? It's 2025. I should have my my clock in my body set correctly. Anyway, before we go forward, like I said, shout out to the Erotic Eric Fontaine Fan Club. Speaking of you all, thank you to the members of my Weirdo Empire, aka my YouTube members. Y'all paid your eyeballs and your dollars to support me, and for that I appreciate you greatly. So thank you for all of that, sir. I'm trying to pull up Twitch app on my phone because I'm not getting notifications on my computer tonight for some darn reason. There we go. Now speaking of you all, make sure, if you've not done so already, join the Discord. Keep the chat going all week long. Go to that URL.com, that URL down there, and we'll keep the chat going all week. Now, speaking of chatting, I'm on Cameo, and for $10, I will do any type of pre-recorded chat you would like. If you want me to tell your friends why they rule in 60 seconds, I'll do it. If you want me to give you a deep cut about, I don't know, your frog's birthday, I'll do that, brother. I will do all of that. So you are all great. By the way, shout out to Alex Landell, Optimum Vision. Thank you so much for those subs as well. Thank you to Ghost of Burt Prentice and Willie Zoot for the bits. And thank you to David the Nomi for that follow. Now we are 5 minutes into this stream. We have not watched a damn second of wrestling. I haven't even talked about what we're watching tonight. We were watching World Championship Wrestling, the Saturday 605 program, the night of Halloween Havoc 1990. Now you say, Tom, why would they do a show up against their own pay-per-view? And to that I say, WCW magic, baby. We're gonna watch that, and then we're gonna watch main events from the night after, so they can tell us all about what happened at Halloween Havoc. So let's go. As always, let me know how things sound. Great to see you in the chat, David the Nomi.
From Dennis Brent and the wrestling wrap up for the Southern Boys, we'll have that and much more during the next 2 hours.
Bob Cottle. Yeah, shout out Mike Rotunda and the Rotunda family. We'll see him here in a bit. He's on this show. Felt horrible because it seems like every time I do a short about somebody, something bad happens. Like Mongo passed away right after I did the short about why he rules. Sid passed away. right after I did the short about how he rules. So, speaking of things I don't like, it's that flag. Oh yeah, blue sky, the future of friendship. Blue sky, I'm on blue sky. I prefer blue sky. Twitter. Chuck Coates. Speaking of friends of the account that have recently passed, Chuck Coates passed a couple weeks ago. Chuck Coates, great friend of the account. Give me a couple scoops.
Well, I just wanted to come in and, because I'm so excited, I've been awaiting this.
I need to do a why Vince McMahon rules if I have to kiss him. Yes. Scrap Iron Bill Ford. He should be the GM of Monday Night Raw. Now, Daniel, Mike Rotunda has a couple of different sons, and as far as I know, they're both in WWE 2K25. Again, I can't help you with that, man. I wish I could. Really, I genuinely wish I could, but I can't.
Here are two of the nicest young men you've ever seen in any sport.
Says Bob Cottle. The guy that works for Strom Thurmond is like, hey, these guys with the Confederate flags on their asses are the nicest people on the planet. Checks out, brother. The why Val Venus rules. I think God's gonna take care of that guy sooner than later. He ain't looking well. Jesse Helms, I apologize. Strom Thurmond was Flair's buddy.
It's gotta be jealousy. Look at it. He's red all over. He's so jealous. He's red all over there, Jim. I got a red shirt on.
I confused my decrepit racists.
There's been a conspiracy by the NWA against them.
I always love the Tracy Smothers backhands that really aren't practical in fighting, but Tracy made him look good.
And Johnny Come Lately's like this, come out here, been a big splash for 6 months. They get awards, people throwing confetti at them, parades down Main Street. It makes me sick to my stomach. Well, Jim, hey, that splash he's talking about in 6 months, there's big W's over there in that column. They did it with wins. That's the way they did it.
Getting dubs. Yes, he did. Yes, he was. This was just his side gig. Like, my side gig is like doing YouTube and streaming. His was doing commentary on TBS. His full-time gig was working for Jesse Helms.
No, not even booked to wrestle on the show today because the NWA seems to want to keep us down, don't want us around.
Yeah, seriously, Val Venus is the worst advertisement for cannabis. Like, yeah, that was rough. God, I would love to get Tracy Smothers and Randy Anderson into 2K25. I would say put Nick Patrick into 2K25, but have you seen the rope physics? Like when that shit goes crazy and the ropes bounce all over the place? Yes, Armstrong, that's right. Jonathan, if you're here, check it off. Jonathan is vacationing, so he might not be here tonight, but in spirit, we can check it off for him. Always love a dude that has like a really hairy upper body and a really smooth lower body. It's just very interesting. Is Bob Cottle still alive? Getting ready for his first Senate run at age 95. Another one of these center stage matches that goes way too fucking long. I love Tracy, I love Steve, I love Chuck, and I love Scrap Iron Bill Ford. This should have been over already. Yeah, Cornette's being held down so much that he's working the opener at the pay-per-view. That's awesome, Matt. Hopefully you guys kept it away from politics. You can't confirm it was the Bob Cottle.
Steve Armstrong in there with Scrap Iron Bill Ford.
Yeah, Bill Ford, as Rev Ray says, he keeps the bikini area very clean. He's another one of those guys like Jim Duggan. Probably has a very clean crotch, very clean butthole. we talked about a number of weeks ago when a couple people in the YouTube comments got mad. And guys like, why are you talking about Jim Duggan's dick so much? I'm like, because it's America.
Brother, the candy man. Now, what's he? Huh?
He's an outstanding athlete. Brad Armstrong's a great wrestler. All three of them were.
This guy thinks that Copenhagen.
Cornette, I think he was the regular color commentator on this show.
Shopping at a truck stop, man, and I'm sick and tired of these hillbillies getting recognition around here while my men don't. I think it's hilarious that these goofballs should be given any kind of award. It's got to be bogus, whatever it is. Gee.
Well, Dennis Brent, the editor of the Wrestling Wrap-Up, will be presenting that.
Yes, clean down there means clean everywhere.
Of journalism did he graduate from?
University of Texas in Austin.
University of Texas in Austin.
That's right.
I thought he graduated from the Kmart School of Journalism. The way he writes
The
from
Kmart School of Journalism.
The guy, he wouldn't know how to spell a word if he looked at it. He can't look it up in the dictionary. He don't know how to spell it.
Cornette was, I think, a month. They were gone by Starrcade. Cornette and Stan Lane.
He's a tough son of a gun, Bob.
He is that, Jim, and
Halloween Havoc was their final pay-per-view.
That speed and the agility, which this constant every year between us doesn't take a whole lot of. But, you and I have talked about it, and I think they're one of the finest young tag teams to come along in many a year.
Well, evidently you agree with Dennis.
Yes, this is Tommy Tuesday. Indeed. Shout out to the Bidet Squad. I bet Scrap Iron Belfort had a bidet.
And he didn't go for the cover there.
Yeah, man, mistake on his part. He got up and he walked away, he turned around. Hey, he's bantering with a crowd back and forth.
Listen, man, I'm willing to teach Jim Duggan that whole ology. No, so the secret Barry Windham run is a little bit after. It's like late November through the end of December. Essentially, it's once they get word that Dusty's going to become available. Because Windham was Dusty's boy.
He's a tough one, Jim.
Oh my God, why is this still happening?
Armstrong needs to get over to make a tag. Get Smothers in.
Oh yeah, got him Tracy.
We're like 8 minutes into this match.
I don't know. I heard of a fellow named Dick Tracy one time, didn't you, Jim? He was a great detective.
I don't care how many Dicks or Tracys that you've heard of.
I don't care how many dicks you've heard of either, Jim Cornette.
He's going to get in here. Look what he can do.
Tracy Smothers reminds me of Stan Lane with that martial arts background.
Hey, watch it.
Smothers with a elbow caught Chuck Coates right in the kisser.
This guy's
I always loved Tracy Smothers' weird little karate moves. Oh my God. That was a little off.
What's this move? Cornette, you're going to appreciate this one.
Tennessee Jawjacker, baby. The days are great.
Reminds me of Bobby Eaton.
Hey, wait a minute.
Well, I hope you're here in the second hour for the awards presentation, Jim
Hey,
Cornette.
I'll tell you what, the second hour, these guys are going to remind me of Buck Owens and Roy Clark. I'm out of here.
And here, fans, you can see the outstanding teamwork of the Southern boys.
Oh my God. Okay, good. Steve didn't land on him. Judy Chops. Need my Judy Chops. So yeah, the pay-per-view was not live yet. But at the end of the first hour, it would be live. And then they just had a dead second hour.
Halloween, October 27th, Saturday night. It begins at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Look at this scary background. That's just the Chicago skyline at like 10 a.m.
And then the U.S. Heavyweight Championship. The total
This looks like they're gonna fight on a talk show. Like they're hosting Halloween Havoc at Regis and Kathy Lee. I think some of the early Starrcades were closed circuit. I love the red canvas at Halloween Havoc 90. It's a shame it's never been a thing since.
Southern Boys against the Master Blasters. Terry Taylor against Wildcat Wendell Cooley. And the Rock and Roll Express.
All the stars are out.
Saturday night, October 27th, Halloween Havoc.
Renegade Warriors are the Young Bloods. They don't stick around very long, a few months. Yeah, the black tape on the orange ropes were dope.
Brought to you, of course, by the Wrestling Wrap-Up, the official publication of NWA.
This is the weirdest community calendar I've ever seen. Junkyard Dog versus Moondog Rex. Plus, learn how to sew at the Y with your instructor Arn Anderson this Wednesday, 7 p.m. Free refreshments.
Then we're going to
Windle
go to the contract
ass.
signing in Chicago. After that, we'll hear some comments from Sid Vicious, the challenger, and from Sting, the heavyweight champion. Let's go to videotape.
Talking to you, Sting!
I always loved Sid in dress clothes. Like, he refused to go to a tailor, so he just kind of guessed it. Looked like Fancy Frankenstein.
Attacking Sting, hitting him now with a championship belt. The Sting had his back to him. And he lost him. Shut up, Jim Ross! I want these people to know something! I'm gonna be the next world champion!
It's crazy how he was able to fit entire sentences into one syllable. What a... Oh, so that's the Black Scorpion, by the way. Could you imagine paying whatever Front Row was for a house show these days, or those days? Weed Fudge, thank you for the sub, tip of the cap. And it's like, oh, Sting's gonna wrestle the Black Scorpion, the guy that he's been feuding with on TV for months, and then that fucking guy walks out as your main eventer. Hey, JDM. Yeah, dude. The UIC Pavilion shows were laden with Starcade angles. Oh my god, Sid Piledriver. Wow. Variation on the station. They did a few Sid Sting angles in Steiner's Nasty Boys angles at the UIC Pavilion shows.
Tonight, I want you to take a look at my eyes.
Take a look at my
You notice there's
eyes.
something missing.
There's no fear in these eyes like in yours. And after it's over with, you'll find exactly why I am the man that rules
Seriously,
the world.
he's fitting entire promos into one syllable.
Does that look like
They said,
intensity?
"Arr."
Yeah, it feels like intensity too. And you're just as intense as I am. Guess what happens?
The kids love
when you
Sting because
and
he
me
got mad like they
collide?
did.
It's a nuclear bomb.
Intensity has
He's
been
gonna
building
nuke
as well
Sid.
for the World Tag Team Championship as the Horsemen Arn Anderson and Ric Flair take on the Team of Doom headed up by Teddy Long. We're going to see now where Doom attacked Arn Anderson. Then later we're going to be seeing where the Horsemen retaliated. And then a situation at Greensboro that I think you'll find most interesting, plus interviews from both sides. It's all going to happen tonight. The World Tag Team Championship at Halloween Havoc.
Look in my
Now, let's go to
eyes,
video.
what do you see? Sid Vicious, I'm gonna hit you with a nuclear bomb! And to answer the question that was brought up in the chat, controversial opinion, I prefer Sid in a singlet. That's the Sid I came up on. That's the Sid that I had the action figure of when I was a kid. Would I ever do an ECW deep cuts? Probably not. 'Cause all their TV's pretty well documented. And like the fan cams I don't think they'd be fun to do streams of because it's just a solitary camera with a bunch of white noise, people screaming. I'll never rule it out, but probably not. Brian. Yeah, he counted him while he had the ropes. That's bullshit, man. And not even Nick Patrick either. I like how the singlet stretched that over Sid's traps made them look even more monstrous.
Well, it's finally come to a head tonight in Chicago. The whole world and everybody in Chicago.
I love that Ron and Butch were like, we're gonna do that on this promo.
Butch Reed, Ron Simmons walk out of that pavilion with the World Tag Team titles around their waist. And what
Like,
they're
hey, Teddy,
also
just
gonna
go
get
handle
to
this
see
for
is
us.
to see that stretcher and that ambulance rolls in.
Well, I shout out to Teddy Long for finding love.
One's gonna be lame and the other
this late in life.
Ric Flair,
Saw that the other day.
know who I'm talking about.
Yes, Joe Montana. What's
Look
your
at that
motivation,
shirt
Joe
Arn's
Joe?
wearing.
What's your motivation? You've made all the money that you could ever spend. Your grandchildren
That's a
will be rich
lady's
because of it.
pajama shirt.
What is your motivation for going after the world tag titles? 'Cause
Like,
each
Rick's
and every
dressed a
morning
little bit
we
casual
look in
with
the
the
mirror.
polo, but
We gotta ask ourselves.
Arn genuinely looks like he's about to go to bed.
Have you been all you can be? Until we take those titles, he's never shared them. The one thing he's never done, only because he didn't want to. That's the reason we're coming for you, dude, tonight. I cannot bear the thought of a woman ever calling me anything less than champ. So tonight,
What?
in Chicago, Halloween Havoc,
Anything less than champ?
woo,
Like,
or
what's-
you don't like it.
So,
But
like,
we walk the aisle.
hey,
We walk.
contender.
Become the new World Tag Team Champions. Ric Flair, Arn Anderson, the Horseman. Woo!
4 championships on the line tonight. The World Heavyweight
God, he is
Championship,
so
the World Tag
taxidermied
Team
here.
Championship, the United States Heavyweight Championship, and the
They are
United
really
States
trying to
Tag
convince
Team
people that he was not
Championship.
dead
An
yet.
outstanding night. Halloween Havoc.
Blue blocker
Tonight,
flare, yeah. That's
from
when you know
Chicago.
he's in a real good
We'll be
mood. Yes, Rick and Arn were kind of the baby faces in it. It's a little problematic because they did an angle where Teddy was going to be Rick and Arn's driver. All right, Tommy Rich and Ricky Morton. So Robert Gibson was not injured, so they're like, who's the other guy in the locker room that is like in his 20s but feels like he's 47 years old? Hey, Tommy.
And ladies and gentlemen, their opponents, total combined weight, 491 pounds. First from Knoxville,
Rich with the
Tennessee,
little boy mullet, yes. Joe Kazana. Okay, so you can't put Joe Kazana in the ring with 1990 Tommy Rich. It's way too hard to tell them apart. Yes, this is the Future York Foundation. They're unemployed at this point.
As far as this match is concerned, but be that as it may, Bob, he's got Joe Kazana as his partner, and on a
That's right, Joe Kazana is still currently on
NWA,
NWA, whatever it is.
Was involved with Ricky Morton in a match with the Freebirds, and apparently there was some type of altercation. The details are still sketchy, but the Freebirds are responsible for Robert Gibson sustaining a major
Italian Stallion, who, again, legit world record holder for spaghetti eating.
Is predicted to be out of action from 6 months to 1 year.
Jim, that's
So
terrible.
Russo's not booking the NWA. That was a thing like a rumor he started himself. He's booking Juggalo Championship Wrestling.
His partner have given it all in the ring to have that happen to him, Jim, just when I think they were at the height, really the height
This
of
is
their
the front row of Marshall
Well, it's
Tucker
certainly
Band
unfortunate,
concert.
and it was an injury, much like
Yes,
James sustained
Naples,
with
Italy by
Anderson,
way of Raleigh,
and it
North
was a
Carolina.
Even more serious injury. Sting came back in almost 6 months, about 5 months. His rehabilitation.
That is, of course,
Robert
the
Gibson
opinion
laid out
goes to
on
Bert Prentice of both
and
yourself
nothing.
and Mad
The thing that I
Maxine.
admire about Ricky Morton is that Ricky knew basically
He's
the
claiming to book
extent of the injury
MLW
last
too.
week.
I wouldn't
We saw
claim to book that.
Ricky and Tommy Rich wrestle the Nasty
Killer
Boys,
Cross
and I
versus
gotta
Matt Riddle
think that
Dream Match?
what a
Come
guy
on,
Ricky Morton
man.
is, because Robert Gibson, I understand,
Oh yeah,
wanted
all
Ricky
these
to wrestle the match.
dudes that were
Robert
cool and
Gibson
hip in like
talked to Tommy Rich
1987
about replacing
feel
him
like
and
old
becoming
women
Ricky's
now.
partner. And they fought the match knowing that their friend, and it's like a brother to Ricky Morton, was in a hospital.
That was like a great big downer even before the match began for him, Jim. No doubt about that. But I tell
Oh
you,
my goodness, they should have had,
tremendous
Paul
job.
should have had Italian
They were
in the
outstanding as a tag
FBI.
team combination
That'd been
for the first
great.
time together. And
I
this is
think
the second
Cabana
time
still does
that we've
Officer
seen them
Colt
team
Cabana
together.
sometimes for
I think they have
JCW.
the capability
think.
to be a tremendous tag team.
Not a regular for them.
Joe Kazana whipped into the corner.
Oh, he almost took that on his head.
Arm drag. Back into a more traditional version. And Ricky Morton, and he's got such great quickness. He is a real perfectionist when it comes to tag team wrestling. He and Robert Gibson
Love the slack shorts on the camera operator, on the box in the corner. Real biz cash.
Our wishes and our prayers are with you, my friend, and we hope to wish you a very speedy recovery.
Why are they acting like Robert Gibson is dying? He fucked up his knee.
Tommy Rich.
It's the JCW Battle Royal belt that Ricky Morton held.
In the state of Georgia, as a matter of fact. Nice hip takeover. Tommy Wildfire. Rich, good arm drag.
Yeah, we are literally a year away from Nirvana, and we got Tommy Rich on TV.
Haven't had a lot of experience together in tag team wrestling.
And the Sabah. Oh, Gary Sabah.
And I think they're staying right with that game plan, and that's important.
Yeah, that's insane that they're advertising the Rock and Roll Express and all the Halloween Havoc promo spots, and then they cut to the match. It's like, oh yeah, Robert's not going to be there.
You must trust your partner. And Ricky Morton now has Joe Kazan in a very precarious position.
Well, and when you look at Morton and when you look at
God, Ricky and Tommy were both 33.
Quicker than is Robert Gibson.
Didn't feel a day under 50.
They may turn it up a notch or two.
Bob, we know the big event tonight in Chicago, 7 o'clock Eastern time. That's 6 o'clock Central, of course. But we've also got some other great action coming up in the next few days.
Hey, Jim, we certainly have. Tomorrow night, for instance, in Farmland, Indiana, and Columbus, Georgia. Then on Monday night,
Farmland, Indiana.
Henderson, South Carolina, at the
A town has never been more appropriately named.
35 or 40 of the biggest stars
Mr.
in wrestling
Hughes
headed
was
this Monday night. And
like
we may be
a
in
few weeks away from coming in as the big cat.
titles are going to be decided tonight, exclusively
Matt
on pay-per-view.
Cross.
Well, I think the odds are that you're going to be there with some new champion.
Brian has wrestled Ricky Morton. I don't think he's wrestled Tommy Rich. And I'm pretty sure he has not wrestled Joe Kazan. I know he has not wrestled Italian Style.
Fans, you can do like Bob Collie. You can ride Marta to the Art Center station and walk one block.
You know what?
That sounds dirty.
First time I've ever been to Marta. I thoroughly enjoyed that.
Another squash match that is... Why are we going back to the armbar, guys? Just do your moves and win. Do your moves and win.
They're using those arm drags in various forms. There's a good look at the handsome Tommy Rich.
Okay, Jim.
Drags in various forms to take their opponents off their feet, keep them off balance. And now
Hell yeah, thank you, Yankee Hawk. Glad you went back and watched it.
Right hand before he leaves.
Well, Jim, you know, Tommy Rich, when he came back, Rich was a little...
Yeah, I hate a wrist lock where you just do this with it, or you just put it under your armpit, sit there, and you don't, like, work it, you know what I
But
mean?
he's worked himself into outstanding condition.
The Italian Stallion.
You know which one's the Italian Stallion? Because he has Italy ironed on his ass.
Must be true. Tag made. Here comes Ricky Morton back in.
Called him Rookie Morton.
Italian Stallion, we've talked about his background before. Very successfully competing in the AAUs.
He's a big one. He's eaten several pounds of spaghetti, no doubt about that.
Wait, did Jim Ross just say that there's AAU spaghetti eating? Like there's leagues, like travel leagues for competitive eating for like 12-year-olds? That's fucking amazing. Please. I'm against 99% of travel sports, but I would be very into AAU speed eating.
On Wednesday, we're going to have an explosive night here Tuesday.
Hey, and Jim, don't forget all the fans here, and I'm sure all the fans
Why?
are waiting. And if you haven't seen this big El Gigante, you're in for an eye-opener.
You can tell that this is the show going up against the pay-per-view. They're just filling time.
To stand next to him, you know, you feel like, hey, a little run or something out there, Jim.
And the thing is, this probably still did like 3 million viewers.
Feel small.
I have no idea, Ghetto the Obscure. I have no idea how this match is still going on. I don't know how they're finding ways to fill the time.
50 pounds. No one in the National Basketball Association or the NFL is as big as El Gigante of the NWA.
Not even close, kid. You're right there.
Good move by Ricky Morton. Counter move from the headlock.
If it's such a good move, why didn't it end the match?
Kazan, another competitor who's
Fucking amazing.
been spending more time
I love that
in
there's
the gym. He's pulled
speed
some weight.
salad eating.
His
It really
cardiovascular
defeats the purpose of
conditioning has
salad.
improved, but right now he's going to need all that oxygen because Rich and Morton are turning it up. Sunset flip by Ricky Morton. 1, 2, 3. And
There we go. Thank God. I know there's a league for competitive eating. I mean AAU, like for teenagers, like for school-aged kids. That's what AAU is.
But they got the win anyway.
Well, they continue to make a tremendous showing as a new combination to Ricky.
Yeah, Elegante would not be good in the NFL. I don't watch football, and I would. I know. He would die on the field.
Here are the Freebirds.
Here are the Freebirds.
Tonight, yeah, Daddy, tonight is Halloween Havoc.
I love the discrepancy in wardrobe here. Michael is dressed like he's about to go do a shift at the Olive Garden. Jimmy is dressed like he's about to get kicked out of an Olive Garden for not saying when they give him the shredded cheese. Also, he's wearing a crop top shirt with a leather jacket. What a look.
We promise you complete family entertainment. Tell them, Michael. Entertainment. Yes. Because these two chiefs will have had far too much firewater to even know what's going on to wrestle a Freebird in Halloween Havoc.
Yeah, that's the thing, is they said the Freebirds injured Robert. The Freebirds aren't wrestling the Rock and Rolls. They're wrestling the Renegade Warriors.
Chicago, a major title has changed hands.
Yeah, the firewater comment. Bit shitty. Doo-doo. Yeah, these guys. At least they didn't have Little Richard Marley standing there. Oh, JW Storm.
Weighing 285 pounds, JW Storm.
So, for those of you that have never seen JW Storm, obviously a big muscular dude.
Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, 271 pounds, Terrence Blaylock.
Terrence Blaylock. Hey, that's Mustafa Saeed.
Big, impressive youngster taking on a man.
I love that JW Storm is supposed to be like this big, jacked up, like impressive looking guy, and they put up an enhancement guy that's bigger than he is.
So big and so strong, but what an athlete he is, Jim. I wonder what the guy's vertical jump really is.
I wonder what his vertical jump really is. Macross, we addressed it earlier. My thoughts go out to Mike Rotunda's family. I feel horrible.
Misses that clothesline, and a good drop kick by JW Storm.
JW Storm looks like a rough draft of manga. Wrestles like him too, like all of the clumsiness, none of the spirit. Oh my god, they legit got tangled up in a small package. That fucking ruled.
He's the size of an NFL defensive lineman with the quickness of a running back.
Yeah, and the athleticism, Jim, he uses the ropes so well. We've never seen a man his size that's able to get up on the ropes, jump off of the ropes, use the ropes the way he does. And not only
We've never seen a guy get up on them ropes, jump on them ropes, bounce on them ropes, make it do tricks on them ropes.
Oh man, he's just fantastic.
Now you could have pinned him right there, but he chose not to. This is a man that says, Lex Luger, Sting, it's only a matter of time until you have to face me.
You know,
Incident 73, thank you for upping that sub, baby.
Talking with him and being around him, I'm convinced that he really sincerely he's going to do it. Look at that.
Great power slam there by JW Storm.
Is Nick Patrick calling spots for them? That's funny.
Gordon Sully talks more about We'll see Mike Rotunda and Tim Horner.
Oh my god, that's his finish. That's fucking awesome.
Ladies and gentlemen, here's your winner,
Hey, so what do you want to do for a finish out there? I'm just going to push you down. Okay, and then what? Nope, that's it. I'm just going to push you.
Beats his opponent. He'll nail him with that right hand. He's been doing it for several weeks. And again,
it's not the choke slam, it's the choke shove. That is, yeah, Gangsta's Mustafa Saeed.
Look at that leap over the top rope.
And look at that, he jumped to the floor.
And again, watch this. Laylock's going to come off of the ropes. Jim, we've seen him put opponent after
He didn't
opponent
actually do
away
anything
with that
athletically impressive in the
phenomenal move with
match,
that hand, that
but he can
knee
sure
kick
jump over the
around
ropes.
throat to drive him to the mat, and then the count of 3.
Best part is, like, his shoulders are kind of popping up off the mat.
At tonight's pay-per-view lineup.
The eyes of the wrestling world are
Oh, we're gonna see this
on
spot
Halloween
again.
Havoc.
Second time in 30
Chicago.
minutes.
Exclusively pay-per-view, Halloween, October 27th, Saturday night.
I'm glad that they
Begins at 7 p.m.
specified it's a
Eastern
wrestling
Time.
pay-per-view.
The NWA World Championship goes on the line. Sting defending his title against the challenge.
And not
of
live
Sid
debated.
Vicious. And then the U.S. Heavyweight Championship. The total package Lex Luger defending his
That's
title
good.
against Stan Hansen.
That's, I always heard that was what Mustafa's role was on the team, was to keep Jack in check. And then Mustafa bailed, / got fired from ECW, and that's when Jack went nuts.
Warriors against the fabulous Freebirds. The Junkyard Dog takes on Moondog. Tommy Rich faces JW Storm. Southern Boys against the Master Blasters.
God, I'm so excited for Tommy Rich versus JW Storm, based on the matches we've seen here.
Saturday night, October 27th, Halloween Havoc, exclusive pay-per-view.
Wrestling fans, the following contest.
Oh, it's the Z-Men. I like Halloween Havoc 90. I think it's a good show. Yeah, TBS #1. Here comes the Z-Man. Yada.com's sexiest wrestler, Tom Zink. Tom Burke, aka Tom Burton, aka a dirty white boy, aka UWFI veteran.
Don't forget, fans, you can call the wrestling hotline.
Steiners and the Nasties from Halloween Havoc 90 is one of my favorite tag matches ever. It's so good.
Speak with Sid Vicious and Arn Anderson.
That Z-Man Vader match was at Great American Bash that year, goes to Bert Prentice. A few months before this. Vader went back to Japan, and Tom Zink stuck around to wrestle Tom Burton. Yes, he was, oh, yes, that's right. He is one of the Dirty Davis brothers. Tom Burke. A lot of lives.
I'd like to remind all of the fans about right here tomorrow night, 6:05 on TV.
There's so many good tag matches. I don't want to make a list off the top of my head and leave out like 30.
Look forward to bringing the fans those report tomorrow night at
But
6:05 right here on TBS.
I love Steiners and Nasties. I love what was it, Kikuchi and Kabashi against Furnace and Prophet from All Japan, in Kikuchi's hometown, where like people are fucking throwing babies every time he tags in. Yes, Candy Divine's husband, Tom Burke / Tom Burton / Tom Davis.
Z-Man on the side headlock. Boy, this kid has got every physical tool that seemingly that it would take. He's looked great in some single matches. He's looked, I think, even better with Flying Brian as a partner. They were U.S. Tag Champions at one time. Good hip lock there.
Big old droppy kick.
Well, he's out of the mold, Jim, of so many of the great wrestlers you see coming along now. You mentioned
Furnace and LaFon, great team.
The Z-Man. When you talk about the Southern Boys, they're all.
How many people on Tommy Rich outliving the Z-Man?
A lot of muscle and a lot of power.
Seriously,
but they're all
man.
such great athletes. You know, it's just like, and I think all of
Tommy
you
Rich still popping around indies sometimes.
guys seem to be a lot bigger, a lot
Yeah, Tom Zink was a guy who you look at him and it's like, oh, this guy should be a star. And then you actually put him in the ring and it's like, oh, he looks great, but he's just a guy. Just a dude, you know?
The Z-Man threatening.
I always love this when the babyface is like, should I destroy this man's testicles? Should I smash them?
Yeah, no way. Burke could not defend himself. Nothing he could do about that one.
Nice side headlock takeover by the Z-Man.
Ouch. I don't know why I said ouch.
Another extremely popular athlete, the Z-Man. And Burke pulled the hair. Good officiating there by Randy Anderson.
Was it good officiating?
Jim, I think Jim Cornette's red shirt is turning green now. Green with envy because of the awards that the Southern Boys are going to be getting a little later. You can't tell me that guy.
I agree with that assessment, Brian.
Oh, he backed up.
Roma had charisma.
Problem with your team is not the
Like,
management of
see the
NWA,
Power and
the
Glory
management
run,
doesn't express.
The management
and
of the team.
It's very easy to play place the blame
pretty wonderful.
elsewhere.
Roma was good in a heel tag
Look in the
team.
mirror and find out the problem.
He needed a guy to bounce off of. Whereas Tom Zink, you gave him Brian Pillman to bounce off of, and they just got even more fucked up.
Fans in our second hour. Mike Rotunda, Tim Horner, tag team action against the State Patrol. Alan Iron Eagle is here.
Roma had charisma, Zink
We
had
a
gravity
road
boots.
presentation with Dennis Brent, the editor of the Wrestling Wrap-Up. And, of course, the big tag team match, the first time that El Gigante, 7'7", 450 pounds, has ever wrestled here at the center stage on World Championship Wrestling. And I know especially
Way to just blatantly cover up your mouth when you're calling spots, Tom Zink.
He's a gentle giant as far as the young.
Like, you might as well have just said that shit on camera, man. Like, come on.
Z-Man with half Nelson there.
He's got to roll him over. Can he get that shoulder to the mat?
Got two out of it. Went from a hammerlock, coupled it up with a half Nelson, rolled him over.
Of course, that Can-Am connection run gave us the great Rick Mortel promo.
Well, in
He
virtue of his
quit.
power, his
He
upper
quit.
body power there when he was able to pull out of that one.
Quit.
The dean of wrestling commentators, our esteemed colleague Gordon Sully, still to come with another edition of the Wrestling Wrap-Up. Gordon focusing on
I don't know. I go back and forth.
tonight in Chicago.
Randy Anderson would do that a lot, count on the aprons. And it's like, I appreciate the dedication, but also, like, if you're doing it as a shoot, you're not going out in the apron to call it. So I don't know. I go back and forth
Well,
on
you
that.
mentioned, Jim, the championships and that we may have some new champions this time next week, and we certainly could. As a matter of fact, I'm betting
certainly.
we're going to have some new champions. How many times are you going to send 4 champions in one night into the ring, and 4 of them are going to come out?
Yeah, Tom Zink, the attitude I always got from him, especially going back and listening to, like, interviews, is like, he always believed he was what the business was missing. And he did not understand why he was not the biggest star on all the shows.
Tom Burke over. He knows that Burke's brawling style, and Burke got that reputation.
But not in like a, not in an overtly dickhead way, not in like a carny way. He just didn't understand wrestling at its core, you know? Like, he saw how he looked. Not just that he was muscular, but that he had, like, oh shit, he had, like, mainstream TV looks compared to most of these guys that look like fucking mutants. And he's like, oh, that's all I need. Bronco Lubitsch is a role model of mine in life for how he just could not get up and down for pins.
This is our Nintendo Power Play. Game Boy by Nintendo. Now you're playing with
God, what a
power.
1990
belly to back suplex, almost a Greco-Roman move.
post-production move here.
Him to the mat, and then Bob, this was all
Body press. There's the winner. Z-Man over Tom Burke.
Gordon Soley and the Wrestling Wrap-Up.
God, Tom Zink got addicted
Tonight's exclusive pay-per-view event
in the early 2000s in just saying whatever on podcasts and thinking he was above it all legally.
Welcome once again to the Wrestling Wrap-Up.
God, I remember that Tom Steak poster.
World Championship Wrestling is available at all arenas where NWA World Championship Wrestling is held. Tonight, of course, Halloween Havoc and the U.S. Heavyweight
Yes,
Championship.
this was part of the part of the 80s. It was still the 90s. It was still the 80s. And in wrestling, it didn't just go into 92. In wrestling, it stuck around till like mid 94, early 95.
Quick look at that. Then we're going
Wrestling
to hear
didn't hit the 90s until like
Stan Henson and
January
from the champion,
96,
Lex Luger.
I would say.
He's got that big cowbell on that big rope now around the throat.
You got that dang cowboy on that big there rope.
Rated being number 6 in the ranking.
Hanson trying to choke the life out of Lex Luger.
Everybody wonders why I'm the way I am. I am the way I am because I'm a hungry dog from Texas. And
I'm a hungry dog.
So
You, Lex Luger.
What if he, like, actually lists out, like, a disability? Like, you're insensitive. I actually have ADHD.
And I'm bringing the lariat. And you can't run.
And that's why I chew this tobacco. Because it centers me.
And everybody knows that Stan Hansen controls the ring. Like it or not.
It's finally here.
He was, yes. The politics behind... Oh, actually, no, Hansen was with New Japan. Because he wrestled Vader right after this. So he was with New Japan. I know he was regularly an All Japan guy.
Where nobody can find me, because this time around, Stan Hansen, it's for pride.
What is this?
For the U.S. title, the vice to you is never going to wear something like that, Stan Hansen. You're not getting my title, and this time around,
that hurts. Fuck.
With you.
I'm going to have a mark on my wrist tomorrow.
Once again, please bear in mind 4 championship
Stan
matches
Hansen,
tonight during
violent
Halloween Havoc,
stimming.
plus a host of others exclusively on pay-per-view.
Forearm
And it will be
gooning.
The U.S. Tag Team Champions, the Steiners.
That's what he should have called
against the challenge of the Nasty
bionic
Boys.
plate forearm.
Recently in Chicago,
Should have called it
the Nasty
gooning.
Boys made their presence felt. However, they may have just gotten the Steiners very upset. We're going to see that incident, plus we're going to hear from
Honest to God, I
the
don't
Nasty
think Gordon
Boys
has a pulse
and
here.
the champions, the Steiners.
Nasty Boys.
Hey, Gary Juster.
You say you want to be the next U.S. Tag Team Champions? Well, you got one thing right. You're next.
Next. We're going to beat you up. I love how many people have to be standing in the ring to witness this signing. Like, most contracts have at most 2 witness lines. Yeah, this got played, like, for weeks on WCW TV. Oh, God. That's not how you're supposed to take that bump. That ruled. See, this feud was great because Knobs and Sags liked punching guys in the head for real. Oh, God. That's sick. Well, no, Terry Funk pile drove Ric Flair through a table at Wrestle War 89. But no, Nasty Boys like punching dudes for real. Steiners liked dumping dudes on their heads for real. Beautiful combo.
Full contact. You know, some people, they get a headache, they take a pill. Some people get sick, they go to the doctor. Well, what are you going to do when you get out there wrestling us, Nasty Boys?
Well, please tell me what you do when you get a headache, Rick Steiner.
Nasty Boys, let's get one thing straight. These belts mean nothing tonight. Because last time you did to us in Chicago, tonight is our revenge. Halloween Havoc.
Put over. What the fuck is Rick Steiner doing to himself?
No escape.
Tonight could
Scott's over there burying the title belts. Rick is like
with 4 titles on the line, 2 world championships and 2 United States championships, plus a host of other great matches. We certainly urge you to watch on exclusive.
Listen to the excitement in Gordon's voice. We certainly urge you to join us on pay-per-view. Yeah, please, someone hold down Rick's power button for 7 seconds. And let it sit for 30 seconds and then bring them back up. These commercials ruled.
Hello, darling. Elvira is just dead on her
It's
feet,
crazy
ready
that
for her favorite time of year.
WCW
And her favorite wrestling event.
did like 90% of the shit they did that they put on TV, and then we're also capable of doing this commercial.
Prepare for an evening of fight and fright when Steen takes on the awesome power of Sid Vicious. Total package Lex Luger battles Stan Hansen. The Horseman
Total package Lex Luger.
And face Doom. Plus, Ric Flair, the Steiners, and more.
Poor Michael Hayes and Robert Gibson.
How about you, Sid Vicious?
Halloween Havoc's gonna be one nightmare. You'll never.
You know Sid spit some game when they were filming. And Elvira was not allowed to be out yet, so he probably just uncomfortably giggled.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following
Oh, God.
team event, it is set for one fall.
All cops are bad
Introducing
wrestlers.
first, from Syracuse, New York, weighing 236
I don't
pounds,
remember
Captain
Ebenezer.
Mike
Someone had to have
Cardona.
asked him about it at some point. Mike Rotunda and Tim Horner.
Tennessee, 224 pounds, White Lightning, Tim Horner.
Yeah, shout out to the captain. Hope he's doing well. By the way, it says something that Tim Horner is wrestling cops, and he somehow has a more racist tagline. White Lightning.
We saw Rotunda and Horner. What a matchup last night on the Power Hour.
This is Tim Horner as he's gotta get a side gig because this wrestling thing ain't working out, so he had to cut his hair.
Please tell your friends that are big fans of the Power Hour that we're going to be on beginning this coming Saturday. That's Saturday, November the 3rd, if my math is correct. 9 o'clock on Saturday mornings for the Power Hour.
And Jim, you're talking about that match.
Does he not want to be recorded?
And Ric Flair, and as you
do not film me when I wrestle on television.
And at several moments during that match,
that'd be a fun gimmick. A wrestler who does not want to be on TV.
Could have gone either way, Bob, as you said. Lieutenant James Earl Wright with that football block on Captain Mike Rotunda with a nice.
Yeah. They are booking the murderer's row of let's put people to sleep on this show that they assume nobody's going to watch. This definitely feels like, oh, the adults are not home. What can we do to fuck things up? Yeah, Mike Rotunda's a big-ass dude.
He's been around the ring. He's been around the ring for years in the amateur ranks as well as the professional ranks. Very experienced wrestler.
I'm surprised WWE hasn't done a cop gimmick with like sponsored body cams, like gotten GoPro to like advertise.
Tim Horner in there with Lieutenant James Earl Wright.
That's funny.
Tim Horner may be one of the most underrated
they use the Chips theme in all Japan.
Very, very sound fundamentally. A great fighting spirit. Very strong
fighting spirits.
And he's young. His best years are still ahead of him.
Right.
But Sergeant Buddy Lee Parker now
Liar.
in patrol double teaming. But Captain Mike Rotunda comes in.
Wright and Parker both in. Jim, you talk about the State Patrol. We've seen them in recent weeks. Watch out.
The Steak Patrol.
They're running together here. Well, Rotunda and Horner with drop kicks on the State Patrol. They made.
That clothesline did not look fun to take.
And the State Patrol, they're going to take a detour. They're going to go back to the station house for a moment.
Well,
and while they're taking their break,
yeah, why was it that Roadkill's gimmick? Turn the house lights down, turn off those cameras.
Jim Ross and Bob Cottle speaking to you from the
you cannot record me because if you record me, you take part of my soul. The Steak Patrol. They just get this broccoli shit out of here.
And right now, Tim Horner avoided that elbow of Sergeant Buddy Lee Parker. Comes back with an arm drag back into the arm bar.
He was able to make him miss that, Jim, because of the quickness. I had started to say earlier that we've seen State Patrol.
Look at that. Mike Rotunda off the top.
Horner, Mike Rotunda coming off the top rope there.
In recent weeks, they've just been so.
Ironically enough, we're watching Cops, and according to my stats right now, viewer numbers 88.
We've watched them in recently. As a matter of fact, Bob, I've been some of the cities in World Championship Wrestling and seen these two young men with some very impressive victories. So they are, I think, an outstanding team, and for them to.
Yes, Ghetto, that's Jimmy Garvin. When Jimmy Garvin came into World Class, he refused to wrestle on TV because he did not want the baby faces to figure out his offense.
Some really tough opponents. All their matches have been.
Burt would manage the Steak and Shake Patrol. Cousin Burt and Cousin Betty.
You know, that's part of the same old story, though, Jim. You get better by wrestling, I think, people that are better than you. If you're going to wrestle somebody you can beat every time you get into the ring, I don't know where you're going to improve.
But it's fun. Imagine it'd be very fun to just wrestle a guy that you can beat every time. That's why you play your kids at board games. And then they get old enough that they can beat you, and it's like, oh, I don't want to do this anymore. Yes, this man needs a yachting hat. That is what would make him more exciting.
In the beautiful new Anderson, South Carolina Civic Center, great NWA action.
God, Mike Rotunda is almost as tall as Buddy Lee Parker on one knee.
I invite you to join us right here in the comfortable confines of the center stage on West Peachtree in Atlanta. And it's my friend Bob Cottle, who talked about in the first hour. Rode Marta to the Art Center station. I bet you were a star on that Marta.
And that taping, Jim, by the way, that will begin at 7 p.m. That's when our matches will begin.
Did they let you drive the train?
No, I didn't get to drive the train. I'm going to get me a conductor's hat, though, or cap. Maybe I can do that next time.
Yeah, there was that weird period where Sergeant Buddy Lee Parker became an army sergeant out of nowhere.
He's a very strong customer. Low center of gravity, as is his partner.
Yeah, no, Mike Rotunda was a very sweaty wrestler.
Very strong.
That man's sweat glands were gigantic.
The reason they're not police officers any longer, they like to make up their own laws. They like to use their own.
Yeah, right as you typed that Canadian RoboCop, Jim Ross said it.
That they want to live by. But you mentioned their low centers of gravity. They're not tall, Jim, but they're heavy, muscular individuals. They got big legs.
They got big legs. They're thick.
Big shoulders, big arms. They're just big, but not very tall, but very, very powerful.
Yeah, young Louis Theroux is sitting at home in England, not aware that someday this man being squeezed by Tim Horner's muscular thighs will make him throw up. Oh my God. The poor guy. Buddy Lee Parker just made him look like a total asshole. I have to think Quack looked into bringing in Captain Mike Rotunda to like manage Ashley Remington at like a King of Trios.
7-footer in basketball, what is he? About 250 pounds, 260 pounds, somewhere
maybe
in that
300.
Range. Well, if he can get 300, you're talking about 450 pounds a man in that ring.
450 pounds a man in that ring.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm not trying to be funny. I swear there was a guy in the crowd falling asleep.
Got the arm barred.
Wearing like a yellow polo shirt.
I personally believe that Mike Rotunda is a mat wrestler as I've seen in the NWA in many, many years.
He is that, and with that.
Oh, I love that version of the pile driver.
Great leg strength by Mike Rotunda.
So much fun.
And drove it hard into the mat out of that head scissors.
Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget tomorrow night. Exclusive reports from Halloween Havoc on tomorrow night's
I love that Rotunda hit him, and Tim Horner was like, "Yeah, you do that."
Good snapmare. Tim Horner taking him over. Very fast-paced match. The momentum has changed on a few occasions, but basically it's been Horner and Rotunda who
Horner's not even pretending to put any pressure on them.
In determining the outcome of these matches.
Well, Jim, you're right. And at first I thought that surely the State Patrol would try to slow it down. They would want to slow down.
Yeah, no, Varsity Club Mike Rotunda is the best Mike Rotunda run, definitely.
They had been in there and they kept the pace up.
It gave him a bit of personality.
And I think it may be telling on him here now.
Back into the head scissor, Tim Horner.
Like, whereas the IRS role kind of just took advantage of his lack of personality. It didn't really aid him so much as it just gave him a reason to not be charismatic.
Great tag team match with Horner and Rotunda challenging Ric Flair and Arn Anderson. And that
I cannot imagine how horny the YouTube comments are for this match.
What a tremendous challenge that they accepted, and they almost upset the Horsemen right here last night on TBS.
Boy, they had a perfect game plan, and they followed it right to the T in that match, Jim.
Right to the T.
Back into the head scissor. They said he pulled his hair. I think that would be physically impossible.
You couldn't pull his hair with tweezers. It's that
pull his hair with tweezers.
Or if he's got any up there. How are you going to pull that?
Like, and the thing is, like, Tim Horner doesn't look remotely tired. So why is he resting so fucking much? I say that as he's like up and down, like an asshole. Yep, we're still in a head scissors. Also, if a dude's wrapping his thighs around your neck, shouldn't you not be able to talk? Oh my God.
That beat a full house, not very often, but we got a pair of head scissors.
God, that would have been a great finish. Just a real self-aware finishing sequence.
Mike Rotunda out and Lieutenant James Earl Wright, and again, Tim Horner back into the head scissors. Nice reversal. I think if I was a referee, I'd almost be embarrassed.
Like, they're just fucking with us at this point, right?
Look down there and see, he doesn't have any hair.
That's right.
Yeah, they have to be a rib.
Well, Horner has really been able to apply
they have to have been told, hey, we're probably running this match up against the pay-per-view. Nobody's gonna be watching. Just fucking fill time, guys.
Great leg strength. Outstanding.
Jesus Christ.
He's proving that to you and showing it to you right here in that head scissors as he keeps good pressure on that head. Again, here's right out.
Fans here calling the Lieutenant Baldy.
I was gonna say, you can't call Buddy Lee Parker Baldy.
He takes him over and again
Right back into the head scissors. If you can have a guy in a hold for like 5 minutes and he doesn't either pass out or submit, that's a shitty hold. Like, I think he would put in more effort at a house show with like nobody in the crowd than these guys are doing here. I admire this.
He knows Mike Rotunda looking on very alertly and ready. Finally, Lieutenant James Earl Wright got to the ropes and back to the mat and back to the head scissor.
Yeah, what if like one of the State Patrol guys was like, listen man, no homo on the head scissors before they go out there, so they're like, fuck it, we're just gonna scissor your head.
Bad for his superior, Lieutenant James Earl Wright. I don't think there was a tag.
There was not a tag. Jim, I was watching him.
God, he is so wet.
All of a sudden, Horner was out, and here was Rotunda. Look, he's got those big, strong, long legs in that head scissors now on Lieutenant James Earl Wright.
Well, by all rights, a referee who did not see the tag should bring Horner back in. I don't know how happy that would make Lieutenant James
At
Earl
least
Wright.
Rotunda's like trying to do different shit out of the head scissors like that, or like the little pile driver thing. When Horner's tagged in, he just sits in the head scissors. Like, doesn't even try making it interesting.
Sergeant Buddy Lee Parker's not immune to that either.
Yeah, Rotunda, man, he had to have had a condition.
He did.
Drop kick from behind.
I stopped doing exciting things, please.
Kind of tag, Jim.
You just call him the F slur?
Well, we may have a little falling out here. They could be counted out or beat each other up. A lot of frustration on the faces of the State Patrol. This is a very important match for them, as we've said. We've seen some victories, and here on TV as well in the last few weeks. This team slowly inching their way up. I've made the comment, I think they're the most underrated team in the NWA.
Like, wrestling Mike Rotunda must have been like, remember when Jeff Hardy used to paint his whole body? Hey, Grantel, thank you for the follow. And like, when dudes would wrestle Jeff Hardy during like his crystal meth era, where he had all the paint on his body, and they would come out of the ring and all be like painted up themselves.
Shoulder block sends Rotunda to the corner, and the State Patrol double teaming Mike Rotunda, now sending to the far side. Double clothesline.
Oh my God.
And now the State Patrol's perhaps seizing the opportunity to show a little bit of offense, and now Sergeant Buddy Lee Parker.
All right, Alex, thank you so much for hanging out tonight.
Never worked very well.
You have a great night. Have a good one. Get some sleep. See you hopefully next week.
It didn't work that time right, as Rotunda got the foot up and he landed right on that foot.
Mike Rotunda tagging in.
Yeah, don't give Mike Rotunda any sugar cubes before he goes up to the ring, brother.
Scoop slam by Tim Horner.
Scoop slam.
Scooping up Sergeant Buddy Lee Parker. Boy, the fatigue factor also is setting in. This has been a grueling match.
It's been just
this is a rib on like 17 different people right now.
You do this for the number of minutes that they've been going at it, and it is a fatigue factor.
Quick move there by Tim Horner. He's got him wrapped up.
Oh, I think that's the finish. Thank God.
And Rotunda and Horner have won a hard-fought victory.
Like, most matches kind of have like a little sequence they do going into the finish. That one was literally, Mike Atkins was like, okay guys, go home. And they just went right to the pin. Like, why bother?
All right, fans, again, now you can
like,
look
the
at
finish looked no different than the rest of the match. Hey, Noah. This is not just a Nokiism, but they only ever saw the Island Death match. That's right.
And the drop kicks perfectly timed. Down go the State Patrol.
Tim Horner sent
Baldy,
for the ride, but this is
Baldy.
Lieutenant James Earl Wright made his fatal mistake Horner very quick, very agile. Up
His
and
fatal
over.
mistake
This
of
is one of his favorite maneuvers
being susceptible
as he
to
rolls
head
him up, and
scissors.
then you'll see the bridge backward, and his partner Mike Rotunda.
Oh my God, I didn't see it. Of course he pulled away.
Great
Oh
win
my
for
God, you're so
Rotunda and
sweaty.
Horner and fans, let's hear now from JYD and the biggest athlete in the world.
Hell yeah.
For the very first time here on TV.
I love Elegante. I know there are people that think he was dog shit. I love him.
And then the JYD live and it's showing up living color. It's going to show the whole natural world what it's going to be all about. The thump and the pain and the raptor. From
And the
that
pain and the raft. Oh, look at that.
Showing up. Look out, people. Look out, world. Because here we come.
He's so funny. He's
and
great.
it's all mean, nasty,
Yeah.
and very, very bad.
He was terrible. He's hilarious. Yes.
Wrestling fans, the following
It's like he only knew, the only thing he knew about wrestling was make funny faces.
from Netawaka, Kansas.
Right, Alan Iron Eagle.
And 51 pounds, Alan Iron Eagle.
Sweet ass neon
From
tights.
Cleveland, Tennessee,
Trunks.
210 pounds, Bob Andrews.
Oh my God, I love. That's my new favorite enhancement guy
Alan
name.
Iron Eagle.
They could not be more plain. There's Bob Andrews.
One of his relatives called our
The
office.
Tampa
They
Pipeline
wanted to
himself,
secure
Joe
that
Gomez.
Let everybody know
in the
Alan is
ring.
19 years of age. I think I corrected that.
The ultimate warrior.
Last week, 19.
Hey, you're that young. 18,
Hey,
19.
what the heck? I'll take either one of them. 18 or 19, when you're that young, it doesn't matter. But I tell you, you've been very, very impressive youngsters. And the young bloods, you see the Renegade Warriors, there is rooting section out there, Jim, and also his seconds.
Good friends, I can tell you. Nice wrist lock there.
They had to send out the Renegade Warriors to cheer for him because the rest of the crowd is literally asleep
Really a very
from the
pleasant athlete to be
head
around.
scissors
He's a very
thumb.
positive individual. And he
There's Nick
realizes
Patrick
he's
and his
gonna win
rope
some, he's gonna lose some.
Cuddling in the background.
You know, tries as Bob Cottle mentioned last week. All this youngster needs is experience. And that's what he's getting in there right
That's
now.
Joe
Yeah,
Gomez.
that's right, Jim. In the ring, you got to get it, and you got to get it in the ring. You know, you can go to the gym and you can work out all you want to, many, many hours every single day of the week. But the experience comes from wrestling in the
Yeah.
ring.
Stop going to the gym, wrestlers.
Collar and elbow tie up. Nice arm drag takeover. Back up very quickly. This time he held on into the arm bar. We'll be going to Trucker North.
Yeah, for those of you that don't know, none of these guys are native. They're all Hispanic.
And Barry the Banker Horowitz, he'll be here with us. And
Barry the Banker? Or where the fuck did that nickname? Oh, is it because he's Jewish, you fucking asshole?
He probably won't. He may not even be anywhere inside. He's been very quiet.
Fuck you, Jim Ross. That was shitty.
He may have already left. I think they're right down the street, a real good pizza place. And he may be eating down there. He has an uncanny
Rope, How I Found Love at Home Depot, the Nick Patrick story. Yes, Joe Gomez was, he was the guy that ran the candy shop for the boys, let's say. Well, let me put it to you this way. When Ric Flair gets divorced, he goes and he sleeps on Joe Gomez's couch. I'm not kidding. Like,
yeah, Jim, and that's another factor when we talk about the experience.
So that's the type of dude Joe Gomez is. Yeah, that Devon thing's wild. Like, just straight up saying, "Hey, I'm racist against you," to his face.
Get your mind and let it wander on you. If you do, you're in bad trouble. It only takes just that one wink.
Bob Andrews trying to keep Alan Iron Eagle from reading.
Bob Andrews.
He's getting some encouragement there, and he's getting fired up as well.
His wrestling nickname should have been the assistant manager.
And a chop there.
There we go. Collie chop.
Andrews, and really chopped him, nailed him that chop right in the head.
Well, you can see the determination on his face now. There's a war dance.
Iron Eagle with a big
God.
chop.
Did Greg Gagne show him that one?
Andrews is in a lot of trouble. Backed into the ropes and sent for the ride. And a double chop.
Oh! Nasty ass
Alan
bump.
Iron Eagle, much like we saw last week, he used the double chop, he grapevine
Oh,
leg,
yeah.
and he wins another.
Here's your winner, Alan.
There are people booing him. That's very funny.
All right, fans, another good win for the youngster from the reservation, Alan Iron Eagle, as he's going to whip Andrews into the ropes. Watch that double
Is the reservation a club in Tampa? Oh my God.
When he hooks the leg, 1, 2, 3, and he's the winner.
Yeah, Bob Andrews, man. He's maybe the first guy to ever make the double chop look like an actual finish.
And Truck stops him around the world. Here's Trucker Norm.
Trucker Norm, all the stars are here tonight. There's one, okay, there's like 3 children, and then a bunch of grown men. Look at all these beautiful kids.
Be very careful. There's a lot of little kids out there. I love them all, and I want them all the way back next week. You kids wearing them fluorescent colors.
He's like, parents, please don't kill these kids going trick-or-treating. Alright, LJH, have a good night. Literally, his plea is, please, we need these kids to watch the show. Do not murder them.
It is set for one fall. Introducing first in the corner to my right from Washington.
Oh my God.
At 230
We have enhancement wrestler versus enhancement wrestler. This is how low on the totem pole this episode of television is. We are getting Tommy Angel against Barry Horowitz.
Always likes to pat himself on the back. You know, Barry Horowitz's brother Murray is Paul E. Dangerously's investment broker.
Oh my God, Jim, we get it.
Another piece of useless trivia.
We get it. You fucking hate Jewish people.
Good fireman carry takeover. Now this youngster was an outstanding amateur from Florida. He's migrated. His family has homes in Florida. Very affluent family, I understand, from in Florida. They have
like every fucking stereotype.
There, homes in New York. Good arm drag takeover.
I was going to say, he has shown you those moves, Jim, and he knows what it's all about. The quickness with which he'll use the arm drag, the fireman's carry, and some of the amateur moves. Look at this. Power also.
Bob, I almost feel embarrassed. Last week we kept trying to figure out.
You should feel embarrassed, Jim.
Terry Gordy or Buddy Roberts. Turns out to be Barry Horowitz.
See, I prefer Tommy Angel matches when Paul E's calling them. Because at least he'll sing Earth Angel. Tommy Angel, Tommy Angel, will you be mine?
Would you have come up with Horowitz? Nobody would have come up with him. Is that Mr. Partner?
Nice move by Tommy Angel. On top, lateral press. Tommy Angel's an
whereas
competitor.
Paul's not sitting there, so we get Jim Ross's anti-Semitism. Hey, Orion.
Really stays in good condition. Works out very, very hard.
Well, he had a count of 2 there. He almost had
Hell
Horowitz
yeah.
in.
That's the good shit, man.
Remember, tomorrow night, let me remind you about that again. NWA Wrestling, World Championship Wrestling in Farmland, Indiana.
Look at all of those empty seats.
Georgia. That's tomorrow
They
night.
do not give a
Great
shit.
Stars of the NWA. And then, as you said, Monday night. Don't forget it, 7:30, Anderson, South Carolina, the Civic.
God, I wish it
More than
would have.
30 great stars of the NWA will be there.
And then back here at center stage on Tuesday night, 7 o'clock for the center stage television taping. Horowitz patting himself on the back. There's a headbutt. And a real stiff forearm. European.
Oh, Jim using the insider terms.
By Barry Horowitz.
What a measer. Oh, shit. That was a great slap.
Boy, that chin.
On that,
Angels
knee,
has taken
that
a pounding
lifting
from those
knee.
forearms, and then that knee lift, Jim.
Yeah, imagine your parents get cable. You're like, oh shit, I can watch WCW on TBS for the first time. Turning it on, it's fucking Tommy Angel and Barry Horowitz. I love Barry Horowitz. He rules.
They made a mistake, indeed he did. Inverted atomic drop by
Yeah, the night after a pay-per-view, they ran a show in fucking Farmland, Indiana.
That's a great wrestling move.
Jonathan, buddy, thank you so much for the sub. Glad to have you here on vacation, my friend.
As he pats himself on the back, and fans,
But hey, at least the match was like 2 minutes long.
And that's all it took for Barry Horowitz. What's a tremendous move.
Could you imagine how bigoted Jim Ross would have gotten if this match went as long as any of the other matches on this show?
Barry Horowitz over Tommy Angel.
Fans, when we come back, this special awards presentation with Dennis Brent after this.
Yeah, poor Rob Naylor didn't have TBS. That is, he loved that three-quarter Nelson.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to be here with Dennis Brent.
I loved having Bender here.
Wrestling wrap-up, and in just a few
Is
moments,
that Dennis
we're gonna
Brent?
be presenting a special award to the Southern Boys. Dennis, welcome to the program.
Thank you, Jim.
The award is something we've looked forward to since we heard about it last week. What exactly does this consist of, and why is it going to be presented?
Jim, this is from the Wrestling Wrap-Up.
Special achievement.
Special recognition. When the Southern Boys beat the Midnight Express, they upset them in Rainsville, Alabama. They had just come into the NWA. They really showed what they had.
They won a
You know,
match.
they're a really great team. They go to hospitals. They visit the kids. So
Go to
based on mail
hospitals.
from the fans,
They
we thought it'd be
believe
good
in
for them to have this
science.
Outstanding Achievement Award.
Well, fans, let's show you exactly what Dennis is referring to. The wild-eyed Southern Boys really burst on the scene when they upset
God, I
the
would
Midnight
kill a
Express
man
earlier this year.
to
Let's
have
show
that
you what
set.
happened there, and then we'll be back with the Southern Boys and the special presentation.
Why are you holding those plaques? They won a match and they go to hospitals. Fuck. Get that microphone away from me. I would have wrestled a lot like Mike Rotunda, but like a shitty Mike Rotunda if I was in the territories. Yes, this was presented as a time filler because the pay-per-view is live, and Turner wouldn't let them just take the week off.
You know, for guys that have ever been in the ring, you sure
So
have
like,
an awful lot of opinions.
they're live on pay-per-view right now as this is airing.
I appreciate those kind words, for goodness sake. Well, maybe you do. Well, I'll tell you what, there's a few more. I look at you when you're talking about Cornette being in the cage, and that's where he belongs. Says who? And for what? The guy's a manager.
If we're giving awards to everybody that's beaten Bobby Eaton in the 90s, you're spending a lot of money on plaques.
The racket has come into play more than once. I tell you what, Tony, it's back to who buys the groceries. You can't You can't get any money unless you win. Well, in wrestling, that's what you better do. Win, or you don't get any money. And you don't get
Yeah,
any
can
money.
you imagine how many wrestlers hid their pills in Ruse?
Apparently so. A tag has been made.
Like, a cop's not checking your shoes. At least the outside of them.
These two young men went up against this team of Midnight Express.
Remember when crowds would get excited for things? Those were the days.
It's a double team now, and it's not Coronet, and it's not the Midnight Express. And it's within the 5 count. 1, 2, Beautiful Bobby's in trouble. Coronet down. Sweet Stan is down.
Ruse with larger pockets, so they'd be like dog ears hanging off your feet. Just dragging along your change in your feet. Why? It's like, why did Randy Anderson have Jim Cornette in a headlock? You trying to head scissors him? Give him the Rotunda special?
They had him pinned right there. I don't think there was any question about that. And now Beautiful Bobby back in. Into the ropes on the far side.
Clothesline.
Beautiful Bobby with a great clothesline. And Sweet Stan.
God, I would love a special achievement award from Dennis Brent. Razzing.
I think you probably give the referee a little bit more credit than the Southern Boys. What do you mean by that? The referee's attention was away thanks to Jim Cornette. If it wouldn't have been for that, watch out!
I'm surprised that was never a thing. Like a heel hiding brass knucks in his roots. As I burp. Of course there's a cop at ringside with the Southern Boys.
That certainly has to rank
It's
as
their
one of the great
manager.
upsets in wrestling, and really a way to be vaulted into the public spotlight.
God,
These
this
two
looks
young men are
horrible.
certainly deserving of the award. They do spend a lot of time with hospitals. Great young
With
men. Let's have the presentation.
That makes it sound like they're smoking weed in the parking lot.
We'd like to recognize you for outstanding achievement and present you with these for upsetting the Midnight Express in Rainsville,
They're
Alabama.
flopping.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
I think that one box is empty.
I think the fans here really understand and appreciate their work. Hey, wait a minute.
Wait, hold on.
What are you doing?
Give them an award for upsetting the Midnight Express. I'll tell you what the biggest scandal in sports is. It ain't women reporters in the locker room.
Oh, God.
It's you, Jim Ross, letting this little dwarf come out here and give these rednecks an award. This whole thing's set up to make the Midnight Express and me look like a bunch of jerks. It's a conspiracy. You're trying to push us down to the bottom of the ladder. I ain't going to put up with it. Let me
I ain't
tell
gonna
you
put up with it
something.
either.
You dredge up a 6-month-old videotape. That was a fluke win. You couldn't beat the Midnight Express again in a million years. You two guys couldn't whip cream with an outboard motor. And I'll tell you something else while I'm at it. Your partner's a bum. Your father's
Hey,
a
at least you
has-been,
couldn't
and
see
you'll
if Jim
never will
Cornette
be.
pissed himself.
Come on now. Come on, guys. Come on. Let's
You feel bad. Look, Good Citizen. Look at the Good Citizen. He's going to beat me up. I'm a manager. I ain't a wrestler. You're going to beat me up, Good Citizen. Besides, I'm wearing glasses. And a good citizen like you wouldn't hit a guy while he's wearing glasses now, would he?
No, I wouldn't hit you, but I would push you on your big fat.
Jeez.
Cornette just leveled
Buddy.
him. Hold him. Restrain him.
Steve Armstrong.
Cornette out of here. Get Cornette out of here.
Dropping an
We
A-bomb.
apologize for the interruption of Jim
Not on
Cornette.
commentary over the house
He
mic.
was really... We're going to get out of here. We'll be right back. We'll be back.
Save those A-bombs for the pay-per-view, brother. Boop.
Wrestling fans, the following tag team event. It is set for
Oh, hey, it's the
one
Black
fall.
Scorpions.
Introducing first, at a total combined weight
Hell yeah.
of 770 pounds from Charlotte, North
I love when they would put
Carolina,
Elegante with wrestlers who had like funky music,
And ladies and gentlemen,
so he would
from
have to
Argentina,
dance.
At 7 feet, 7 inches, the largest athlete in the world.
And this sounds like they just... I love him. Hey, that's me.
Their opponent's total combined
I'm
weight,
tall.
529 pounds, parts unknown, El Diablo y the Kamikaze.
Oh, hey, he said it in Spanish.
All right, a pair of masked men, El Diablo and the Kamikaze. And look at the size
Like, these
of
guys
Elegante.
being around the same time as the Black Scorpion is like Paul Lee doing jobs while Ric Flair's around.
Like a rubber ball. He's just jealous, Bob, and I think the fans sitting at home, I think you'll agree.
Elegante is just so happy to be there,
Some
man.
other team, it didn't have to be the Southern Boys, but some other team, besides his duo, won an award.
And not only that, Jim, but I tell you, it was like sticking the knife in there and turning it because it came about as an upset of Cornette's team. And that's, I think, another thing that he really couldn't stomach about it.
Bob, I got to tell you, the experience I had with Elegante.
Is it Bill Alfonso? I'm sure it is, because Bill Alfonso is Elegante's personal assistant. No, that's Mike Atkins. Mike Atkins is refereeing. Wow.
He can really dance.
You know, one of the questions I got about it, too, is I bet he can eat also, Jim. Have you ever seen him sit down to a table?
My point there is that he's...
Have you ever seen this big fucker eat?
Agile athlete. And here he comes.
Good point.
Stepping right over the top rope. And we talk about big.
I love that JYD is so washed up at this point that Elegante has to carry the match.
450 pounds, 7 foot 7 inches tall.
Kamikaze's about 275, and he just runs into El Gigante.
I love this story. They did a battle royal around this time, and Elegante was supposed to win, and they had to like spend time explaining what the fuck a battle royal was to him, because he could not comprehend the idea of throwing people out of the ring and winning a match. That is David Sierra, yes. David Sierra was assigned to work with Elegante.
A lot of strong athletes, and JYD's a strong man.
Oh, yeah.
He's a 500-pound bench presser
Also,
himself.
did Elegante just go through the top and the middle rope?
He played for the Packers, played the Canadian Football League.
You don't need to do that,
As an
buddy.
All-American in college, I've never been around any human of that kind of size or that kind of strength, rather. Nail from the outside.
Yes, that is true.
El Diablo, and now
Yes, he was
Kamikaze
drafted to the Atlanta Hawks. And then he got there and they're like, fuck, he can't play. But we have him under contract. Hey, didn't we just buy a wrestling company?
Yeah, they're going to try, Jim.
You can do
They're gonna
that.
Keep him in the ring. They should do that. But how do you do it with a headbutt like that?
And here he comes back in. Big mistake for the masked man.
Steps right over the ropes. That's just how huge he is.
Big clubbing forearm there by El Gigante.
Oh, jeez. Work or not, imagine getting a boot like that in your titty.
El Gigante. What an athlete.
Ladies and gentlemen, here are your winners.
I love that tank top, by the way. That's a very fancy tank top he's wearing.
The lovable giant and the junkyard dog teaming up for a victory. The Giants.
God, that'd be ridiculous.
Here on World Championship Wrestling in the ring, there's the double clothesline. Look at the wingspan of that man. It's like a jet plane.
Almost across
Like a jet plane.
The winner, Junkyard Dog El Gigante.
And we'll be back. Trucker Norm is next.
Hell yeah.
Gentlemen, the following contest, it is set for one fall. Introducing first,
Trucker Norm.
by the Juicer from the highways
God.
and byways of America, weighing 348 pounds, Trucker Norm.
Trucker Norm and his good buddy, the Juicer, just tagging along. Well, that's a pair to draw to.
And ladies and gentlemen, his opponent from
Yeah, he's cool. He wears his hats backwards.
Keith Hart.
Keith Hart, not to be confused with the Keith Hart from the Hart family. Keith Hart actually really good enhancement guy. Takes some psychotic bumps.
But how long will he have that advantage? Obviously not too long if Trucker Norm's got his way about things.
Talk about an odd couple. Trucker Norm and the Juicer are certainly that, aren't they?
Felix and Oscar of the NWA.
Could you imagine how much creepy shit Art Barr would do driving around the country? And oh my god, driving around the country in a truck. Art Barr did not deserve better than this. Art Barr was a fucking creep.
Got that dust or whatever the heck it is.
How many other guys have wrestled both Keith Harts? Because yeah, Norm would have wrestled both Keith Harts.
The Juicer really turned on the crowd. His juice patrol.
If Owen ever wrestled Keith, his brother, because Owen did wrestle this Keith Hart.
Before the matches, and he'll paint their faces, bring them to the ring with him when he wrestles.
Hey, a little bit of mock and sing magic.
384, what a move!
Yeah, when Owen was here in '91, he wrestled Keith Hart.
Probably about size 15.
So if he ever wrestled his brother, then Owen would be the next.
He got hit with a truckload of chicken fried steak there from a truck stop around the
Chicken
corner.
fried steak.
There's got to be a grease spot there after that.
Keith Hart
Oh
bounced right like a
God!
rubber ball.
Seriously, he is so good.
Keith Hart
Yeah, I love
never
Mike
landed.
Shaw.
I think the Juicer lives there. And the Juicer's crazy with that.
What the heck is that, Jim?
I don't know what that is. I don't want to get real close to find out. I think it's harmless. It's just aggravating.
Yes, this was that year.
Norm sends Hart for the ride.
Yeah, Brad Armstrong was
Hart, you made a bad
the
mistake.
goddamn candy man.
Hart
Some like to say.
with that move.
Ladies and gentlemen, here's your winner.
Yeah, no, that didn't compute with them. Hey, let's have Art Barr hanging out with a bunch of kids.
Norm with a victory here on World
No, the
Championship
Juicer is not
Wrestling.
also a
Don't forget live
trucker.
reports
He's
from Halloween
just a
Havoc
guy covered in
tomorrow
cocaine.
night on the NWA
Oh, you
main
should,
event.
Stagwire. That's
Look at the
awesome.
Look on Hart's face. My goodness, what hit me?
Oh, it was that truck, Jim. Full
It was
force
that
right into the
truck.
corner, and watch this as
You know, that truck that he brings to the
in and off
ring.
of the ropes. The mistake he made was here. It was all over for Hart as Norman set the knees to the shoulders for the count of 3. The winner, Trucker Norm.
I'm no better than Vince
Fans,
McMahon.
don't forget tomorrow night on the main event, live reports from Halloween Havoc. Bob, we're looking forward to that big event.
Jim, that's going to be a great one. In fans, 6:05's the time right here on TBS. But let's go back for a minute. Let's talk about El Gigante. Jim, he is awesome. An individual.
Man, I fucking love El
Professional
Gigante.
sports.
He's so cool.
450 pounds, and speaking of no one like him, what are you doing out here?
Did you see that? Did you see it? He tried to kill me at attempted murder.
Tried to kill
It was
me.
attempted murder. You mouthed off. That's what happens when you mouth off to
Well,
somebody.
who asked you to begin with?
You did.
I didn't ask you nothing. You shut up. The Southern Voice. You bring out a 6-month-old videotape of a fluke win trying to make me and a Midnight Express look like idiots. Well, I'll tell you something, Southern boys.
He's from one of the good Latin countries.
They put their hands on me.
Oh,
Man, I've
gosh.
got a condition. Do you realize I'm on medication? He could have killed
I
me.
thought he was going to say, he realized I'm on Medicaid. Not anymore. As of next week, buddy.
That the Midnight Express have chewed up and spit out.
Or at
So
least
you
that's
give me an
Snap.
award. Well, you want to go to
But
a
still.
hospital? You're going to be going to a lot of them, but not to visit. You're going to be living there. You want to sign autographs? We're going to break your hands so you can't write. But one way
You wanna hang out at hospitals?
You ain't heard the last of this, because I ain't finished with you, and neither are the Midnight Express. Nobody puts their hands on me. You stick it.
Well, why don't you get out of here? Bob, get on back in here. I don't want to hear any more comments from him. It's been a great 2 hours. We'll see you fans.
All right, before we go to main events from the next night, again, I'm not streaming. Like I said, this coming Sunday, I'm taking the Sunday off. No stream, as Bob Cottle throwing up the Sig Hail. But here's what we'll be watching next Tuesday at 9 on WCW Deep Cuts Live.
I told you last night, on this, I'll try to take your head off. Go there on YouTube. Tonight, this
All right, so next Tuesday, we'll be watching Nitro Extra. It's bonus Nitro that aired on Tuesday evenings for a couple of weeks. Like, they couldn't do the third hour of Nitro those weeks because of, I think, the NBA, if I'm not mistaken. So they just put the third hour of Nitro on Tuesday night at like 6 o'clock. It's not on the network. And I don't know, I don't believe WWE has the tapes. So.
From the UIC Pavilion in Chicago, Illinois. Halloween Havoc is in the book, and it has to be missing.
You can tell they're at Halloween Havoc because there's hay.
It sure was
Autumn.
great. I couldn't believe all the people here and all the excitement.
It was a sellout crowd.
I can't believe these fans liked the show.
Throughout the program, we're going to be giving you the results of this contest, and we also hope to have the world's heavyweight champion, and I'm talking about the Stinger, who did retain the title here tonight.
Just barely. I mean,
Yeah, this is
was great, but
this isn't the yearbook picture. It's like the fun pictures you take later in the year, where they let you like bring a stuffed animal from home and pose with it.
Of the world. Before we go off the air right here tonight on TBS.
Yeah, Jim also looking a bit taxidermied here. Yeah, Fall Festival Havoc.
Of Halloween Havoc. But right now, this break.
I don't know, and I can't tell the status of Missy's shirt because of the quality of the footage. More from the Havoc.
And we are back here,
Hey, there's
gentlemen,
Paul.
on TBS. Jim Ross, Missy Hyde, and Paul E. Dangerously coming to you.
Yeah, that's a
tonight
pretty
on TBS from the
big
UIC
blazer
Pavilion in
she's wearing.
Chicago. We're still going to talk to the reigning world's heavyweight champion Sting. He's with the media right now, but Paul E.
He's
Dangerously
with
was
the
my
media.
color analyst for this event.
He's over there on the other one with
And,
Meltzer.
Stan Hansen, the new United
Bitching
States
about the
heavyweight
finish to his
I want
match.
to invite you. I want to invite Missy. I want to invite everybody out there to the big victory celebration. You know, I think I'm going to sell my house in New York and move to Texas with Stan Hansen.
But you can't. You live with your mom and dad.
Well, they're going to be real upset
That's a
when they
shoot,
realize
brother.
I sold the house because, you see, Stan Hansen proved once again that not even the total package, as great a champion as he was, could stop the bad man from Borger, Texas. And, you know, I think Texans are great. Y'all are really
Hansen
Y'all.
used the lariat, ladies and gentlemen, to defeat Lex Luger. Remember, still to come in the program, more from Halloween. You kids don't fight now. More from Halloween Havoc update, and I will talk to the champion of the world right after this.
All right. Oh God. Back-to-back juicer. Too much juice.
The very bizarre young man known as the Juicer with his Juice Patrol, Missy. All those kids.
Yeah, if I had Missy's upper body, I would never wear a shirt either. Yeah, I'm with you, Brian. I love the one guy with like the mullet and like the workout gloves, like, yeah, juicer. Oh, hey, Paul Lee.
Paul Lee is opponent.
Weirdo versus creep.
Who's Paul Lee trying to be? Buddy Landell, who's trying to be.
Sounds
Ric
like
Flair?
a Kenny versus Spinney
I don't know. I'll
episode.
tell you, well, if he's
Why, of all the fucking wrestlers, to give a gimmick where he brings shirtless children into the ring? It's Art Barr.
Will be joining Paulie dangerously later tonight here
that's
on
horrifying.
The Danger Zone.
Oh, that's three great minds, Jim. Kind of like Larry, Moe, and Curly.
And speaking of Larry, Moe, and Curly, the silly string has engulfed.
If he would have turned heel, his bodyguard would have been Grizzly Smith.
Fans, while we had a chance, I want to say hello to fans in Anderson, South Carolina. We'll be there tomorrow night at the beautiful new Civic Center. An outstanding NWA card at 7:30.
God, could you imagine how obnoxious it must have been to work after the juicer?
Yeah, they've been calling World Championship Wrestling asking, please let him do something with that hair.
Paulie pulls the hair and grabs the wrist lock back. All right.
Yeah, what Art did was so fucked up that he got canceled in 1991.
Big national television.
People didn't get canceled back then.
Tuesday night, 7 o'clock is the starting time at center stage.
And then this fucker gets a WWF tryout like a year later, when he really shouldn't have. And he's like, how can I fuck this up? Oh, I know. I'll wear a shirt to the ring that says Free Pee Wee Herman.
I think I would probably just let him have it.
It's on YouTube, you can see it.
We're going to see the World Tag Team Champions Doom. We'll be taking a look at what happened yesterday, that World Championship Wrestling involving Jim Cornette and the Midnight Express and the Southern Boys.
Paulie, the dude who once paid Ric Flair $10,000 to show up to an indie show and pass down the Nature Boy mantle to him. But I fucking hate Silly String. When I graduated high school, some fuckers sitting behind me sprayed off a bunch, and like some got stuck in my hair, and it was horrible.
Paulie now opening up the right hands on the juicer.
Paulie went on actually the year of the match that Nathan is talking about to work in Herschel Walker's Senate campaign.
Super kick. Well, what he lacks in size, he certainly makes up for in enthusiasm.
Herschel Walker,
the juicer now on the top rope.
Brain dead trumper.
Vertical body press on Paul Lee, and the juicer has one another here on the main event. We'll take
a
juicer reaction here momentarily. Uses the ropes. He's got a lot of balance, Missy.
No, RPH, Conan was already signed. They were trying out guys to work with Conan.
The juicer takes down Paul Lee, and here's the coup de grace, the vertical body press. Fans, when we come back on TBS, we'll have more from the UIC Pavilion in Chicago.
It's a shame they never reused that song after the juicer. It's a dope song he came out to. Shame it got wasted. The Renegade Warriors. Appropriation. Run wild.
Saturday, November 17th. The Cage Series is filming. The Civic Center, 8 o'clock. Ric Flair, Lex Luger, the Steiners. Friday the 16th. Charleston, West Virginia. The Civic Center Coliseum, 8 o'clock. The Nasty Boys, Doom and Arn Anderson. Thursday the 15th. Kansas City, Memorial Hall, 7:30. Sting, Lex Luger, the Junkyard Dog. Sunday the 11th. Knoxville Civic Coliseum, 3 o'clock.
Tron sounds so much cooler than what it is.
On the 10th, Columbia, South Carolina, the Township, 8 o'clock. The Black Scorpions, Flying Brian and Doom.
It's Kansas,
Kansas. Memphis,
oh, they were in the Mid-South Coliseum when the USWA was still running there.
Charlotte, the Coliseum, 7:30. Ric Flair, El Gigante, and Sting. On the 3rd, Raleigh, Dorton Arena, 8 o'clock.
Dorton Arena.
Steiners and Arn Anderson. And Friday the 2nd, Winston-Salem, Lawrence Joel Coliseum, 8 o'clock. Sting.
It's just Sting. He's just gonna come out and do like an hour of stand-up. Oh God.
Here on the main event.
I know, hold on a second, I gotta get my umbrella.
Hi, Missy actually gets to do commentary.
Every time they come out to hustle. Brian's starting to rain.
Brian Carr, bad motherfucker,
Brian
dude.
Carr and Jeff Stone.
Jeff Stone looks like
Last week to the Renegade Warriors, and they weren't too
he's
happy
the
about
step
you,
one. He's the one step
little
behind
slur about
Roadblock
rain dance.
on the
Rain
Roadblock
dance,
evolutionary
it's
chart.
a war dance.
War dance, rain
But
dance.
Brian Carr, if you ever get the chance to research him, he was a bad fucking dude.
They comprise the Renegade Warriors. Want to say while we had the opportunity.
Should we just try this segment again without the racism?
The Rock and Roll Express.
Yeah, but maybe we'll break a guy's neck with a shoulder block instead.
Freebirds the one that hurt him, and then he's going to be.
They are not. They are. They're Hispanic.
Do you know that to be a fact? How do you know that information?
Of course, I know.
It looks like if Brock was never discovered steroids.
The nurse. Well, Dr. Fred Allman said it was a successful operation, and Missy is accurate that the Freebirds did injure Robert Gibson in a match just a few weeks ago, and Robert has had to have major reconstructive surgery on his knee.
Bad, like.
No, they hurt his knee, and we're going to hear from Michael.
He was
Hayes,
probably the toughest guy in that locker room, Brian Carr. And think about some of the dudes in that locker room.
in just a few moments. Nice move there by the Renegade Warriors, an outstanding team.
See, now we can quit doing that. I'm getting out my rubber boots now.
Flying tomahawk there.
I mean, I guess. Ron Garvin pretending to be a good old boy would. But, like, I don't know. Nobody's getting offended by that.
Of the fans that they're popping up.
There's a tag made. Brian Carr may be on his way out here. He got him up.
Oh my god. Please don't kill him. Please don't kill
Chris
him.
Youngblood on the top. Times it.
Oh, okay. That was kind of cool.
Right on Brian Carr, and the Renegade Warriors have won it here.
A bit late on the save there.
We're going to hear from Michael Hayes.
Oh gosh. Yeah, let's hear Michael Hayes' thoughts on these Hispanic dudes pretending to be indigenous. Yeah, no, Brian Carr, yeah, but that's what I was referring to. Bodyguard for a major drug trafficker, and nobody fucked with him.
Certainly has nothing to be proud of. His incident with Robert Gibson. They'll tell you about it. Here they are.
Hello and welcome
Oh,
to Fabulous Times.
God.
Here with the fabulous
Little
Freebirds.
Richard Marley.
First of all, I
We
think
can't
that
have
we
a segment go by on this
cleared
show
up.
without some
Man
sort
right here
of
is Little Richard Marley. For some unknown reason,
horrifying
you have a striking resemblance to Rocky King.
race shit.
Exactly, that's what he is, a little boy. How do you like being on tour here in America so
What
far?
I love about being with the greatest rock and roll.
Wait, is he pretending that Little Richard Marley is not from America?
Thank you. But you know, that brings up a point.
I fucking hate
on the
this.
agenda. Robert Gibson don't look so great right now, does he? Not whatsoever. You think about it, we snapped your leg, and we don't even specialize in leg snapping.
It's a shame that this is so racist, because that's a good line.
And that's something that you're going to have in your nightmares every night, Ricky Morton, because we're going to DDT you. You're going to be laid out
God.
and helpless, and all of a sudden we're going to listen to that
Murder
leg
Mike's
go
blue
snap.
gold dust. Yeah, no, a lot of NWC-esque programming.
Ricky Morton and Michael Hayes will wrestle this Saturday night at 6:05 on World Championship Wrestling in a big grudge match. Morton and Hayes one-on-one Saturday night at 6:05 right here on TBS.
Well, they had, I remember there were episodes of WCW TV around this time where they straight up implicated that the Fabulous Freebirds were using Little Richard Marley for gay sex.
Doom enters the ring. That our power hour.
Like he was like their sex slave.
This Saturday. That's Saturday morning at 9:05 Eastern.
Tommy Angel, don't make me sing it again.
You'll join us for the power hour.
That's enough to make me get us early on Saturday morning to watch it.
But you forgot Paul E's on. So maybe you could tape it.
Do I have to?
Speaking of Paul E. Dangerously, he will be joined
The
by
Doom
Tucker
rules, at
Norman
least.
and the Juicer in the danger zone.
Yeah, you know, he likes to surround himself with guys that are a little bit lesser than his, but it really doesn't take much, does it?
Really doesn't take.
Also, we'll take a look at what happened yesterday involving Jim Cornette and his altercation with the Southern Boys through that award that Dennis Ripp presented them.
Well, you know, I'm sitting here looking at Ron Simmons, what a great athlete.
Ron, whenever he would do backbreakers, would like do a little extra bounce, and it always looked sick.
Bobby Bowden needs to do something with that defensive line. I mean, they got that Kurt Carruthers
So they recorded the commentary before the pay-per-view, so they're just doing football analysis now. I think they're just going to rerun the segment from the previous show. I don't think they're going to do more with Dennis Brent. If that's the case, if they just rerun the segment, I'll probably skip it for time's sake. Yeah, I think the Juicer does, unfortunately, get the award tonight for the comfiest ring gear.
Big clothesline there by Hacksaw Butch Reed. Both teams are very proud of their backgrounds. They're very proud of their athletic accomplishments. I guess you could say that ego has gotten involved somewhat in the Horseman Doom situation, but both are very proud teams with outstanding abilities. But something's got to give.
Yeah, Ron Simmons was a beast, dude.
It's gone beyond wrestling. It's just not fair. I hate seeing teams.
I don't recognize Doom without their sweatpants and white sneakers.
Well, I'll tell you, they're going to go at it, I think, until somebody is...
And Ron with his arm stuck to his chest. This Galoob figure.
Great week, Thanksgiving week on Tuesday night, November the 20th. Clash of Champions 13, 8:05 Eastern Time. And then on Thursday night, of course, that's Thanksgiving night. The tradition continues in the Omni. 8 o'clock will be the starting.
Yeah, Ron was a bad dude. Ron's up there with Brian Carr as like the toughest dudes in that locker room. You didn't fuck with Ron Simmons.
It is turkey night. Not that turkey, not that kind of turkey.
The turkey leg.
The fuck kind of turkey is he talking about? Oh my god.
What a power slam, Ron Simmons and Reed.
No matter how shitty of a jump you gave Ron Simmons, he would always get you over for the power slam.
They do more than just beat people with power and with strength. They both are tremendous wrestlers, and that power move will be enough.
Yeah, you don't want to test Ron Simmons. I guess that was always kind of the... Oh my god! Flying Ron Simmons. That was always the thing, is guys just wouldn't want to test Ron Simmons because they assumed he would kill them.
Have not finished with Ric Flair and Arn Anderson. Wherever it may be,
that dude got scared right before contact and tried to turn away.
Between these two teams, don't miss it. And when we come back, Paul E. Dangerously, his buddies Norm and the Juicer. Right,
I got so much fucking art bar on these shows. Coming up next, dramatic ring bell. Dark side of the ring crew.
My guest today on the Danger Zone, and the big gook can find his way up to my studio, is Norman. And you know, they have this cute little teddy bear out that says, "I'm crazy about Norman." It's fun to...
I would love that, by the way. I need a Trucker Norm teddy bear.
What a great little teddy bear they have for all the kids at home to play with. And you know,
yeah, Norman, I like that.
You're such a great guy. You recently won a match, and I want to show you.
You won a match.
Everybody can see what a great and wonderful
the bar is set so low.
Everybody watch.
For so many of these guys.
Well, he got hit with a
hey, here's the match he won yesterday.
Oh man, check that corner. There's got to be a grease spot there after that.
Oh god, Paper Ships, thank you for the follow.
Like a rubber ball.
We'll skip ahead a little bit. We just watched this.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, here's your winner.
Here's your winner.
Norm. You know, Norman, I know you love all the kids out there.
Oh, I do.
And as a matter of fact, I got a letter from a 9-year-old the other day, and I want to read it to you. It says,
why are 9-year-olds writing Paul Heyman letters? If I know anything about Paul Heyman, Paul wrote that letter.
It says,
Is he okay?
Well, it says,
it's from Paul's roommate, who's 9 years old.
Wrestling moves that Norman does in the ring.
Oh, no, they're not supposed to do that at home. Watch wrestling and have fun, but don't do it because we're professional wrestlers.
It says, I try to do a belly splash like Norman, and I broke all my ribs, and I failed the semester, and I got left back, and now...
Is this Lionel Tate?
My grade hate Norman, because he's big, and he's fat, and he's
Paul's
ugly,
roommate
and Norman is the reason that I lost my
Paul's roommate is in 3rd grade.
Back in school. And Norman, I cannot believe that you would do this to a kid, Norman.
Me either. I'm sorry that did you get hurt? I don't know what he got hurt.
Bad, Norman.
I'm sorry he got hurt. Everybody's mad.
And you see, Norman, it's all your fault, Norman. You shouldn't be telling kids to do those kind of things.
I don't know.
Kids look up to you, Norman.
I didn't mean nothing.
You should quit wrestling, Norman.
I didn't want him to get hurt.
God, yeah, please don't let Art Bar come up from behind me.
That just affects my asthma.
I'm sorry. I didn't.
Did you just say that affects my asshole?
This is not from no kid. You were lying to me.
We're out of time, Norman. We're out
How did Norm figure out that Paul doctored letters? But Wade Keller never could.
Thanks for staying with us, ladies and gentlemen, here on TBS.
I'm so glad Paulie's gone. He gives me a headache.
Well, he won't
Missy
be back
jerking on
tonight,
Jim
but
like
the
that.
world's heavyweight champion Sting will, ladies and gentlemen. And as we promised, let's take
I'm
a
no
look at
better
some
than the
those
rest of
results.
you.
Ricky Morton
With
and
the Missy
Tommy
Hyatt
Rich
jokes.
upset the Midnight Express.
Bless
Terry
her
Taylor
heart.
defeated Wild Bill Irwin. Candyman Brad Armstrong upended and upset the previously undefeated J.W. Storm. The Master Blasters, with the help of Jim Cornette, defeated the
Look at that
Southern Boys.
Lego hair
Plus,
on
we
Jim.
saw a
We
great
talk about it
tag
all
team
the time on
match
these
that featured
streams.
The Freebirds
Fuck.
as they defeated the Renegade Warriors. Now, we'll have more of the results a little bit later in the program, but last night on World Championship
What more of the
Wrestling,
results?
what a
Here are the
situation
shitty
as
results.
Jim Cornette interrupted an award ceremony with the Southern Boys.
No. That's one time I agree with Jim Cornette. Southern boys don't deserve anything, let alone some kind of award.
Well, that award was from Dennis Brent, the editor of the Wrestling Wrap-Up. Let's go back to World Championship Wrestling and show you what happened when Jim Cornette
Nope,
got
we're gonna
involved
skip
with the
ahead,
Southern
dog.
Next an award. This whole thing's set
Yeah,
up here.
no,
You got
a
one
little
wearing
bit
glasses. Now Woody.
But Missy, one of the matches we want to
All
focus
right, there
on
we
here,
go. We didn't
the
need to watch it
Steiners
again.
retained the United States Tag Team
We didn't need to watch
Championship.
Dennis Brent
And I've gotta
shit
say,
his
fans,
pants
I've seen
on
every
television.
pay-per-view that World Championship Wrestling has ever done. I've never seen a more physically intense battle than the one we saw with the Steiners and the Nasty Boys, and this one's not over.
Well, I think it was really bad officiating, but I know those nasty boys, and they're not going to stop. until
Let's
those
put some
Steiners
hay in the
win.
background.
I'll tell you,
So this
fans,
doesn't
you
look
did
like
not
the
see
same
Halloween
promo set
Havoc.
that we
This
take to
situation
every arena.
erupted from the moment that the bell rang. It was in and out of the ring. They used the steel security railing. They used steel chairs. Blood was spilled in that match. Very hard-fought match. And then later at Halloween Havoc, when Tony Schiavone, our colleague, was
Wait, yeah, what if
interviewing
they, like,
Scott
just let the
Steiner,
ass
Missy the
run
Nasty Boys attacked
when
Scott Steiner
Steve
from
Armstrong
behind.
busted it out?
See that?
Well, you were probably putting on
Thank
your
you,
makeup or
Bravo.
something. Take it from me, fans.
This
and it
one
did
is thanks
happen.
to
And we'll
old
have a wrap-up
Brenticus
on that
Maximus.
situation
This one I got from
weekend on the
Stash
Powerhouse.
Pages.
I think I look better than Ivana Trump.
I haven't
Younger.
thought about it lately. Fans still to come in just a few moments. He's almost finished with the media. We will talk to Sting, the heavyweight champion of the world, about how
They should have put Elegante back there as the Scarecrow. New York's Nasty Boys. Yeah, totally. Oh my God. Tommy Rich.
World Championship Wrestling in your
Just
area,
give the
fans,
guy a
on
day off,
Saturday,
man.
November 17th, the Cage Fury in Philly. Pacific Center, 8 o'clock. Ric Flair, Lex Luger, the Steiners.
Call him the Ric Flair. Also, you have to say what the Caged Fury is, man.
Thursday the 15th, Kansas City, Memorial Hall, 7:30. Sting, Lex Luger, the Junkyard Dog. Sunday the 11th.
Yeah, Nasty Boys couldn't be from Allentown.
Stan Hansen, Big Van Vader. On the 10th,
I'm gonna take my
South
pill.
Carolina, the Township. 8 o'clock, the Black Scorpions. Flying Brian.
SSRI gang. What?
Thursday the 8th, Memphis, Mid-South Coliseum, 7:30. Sting, Lex Luger, Sid
Sting.
Vicious. Sunday the 4th in Charlotte, the Coliseum, 7:30. Ric Flair, El Gigante, and Sting. On the 3rd,
And Sting.
Raleigh, Jordan Arena, 8 o'clock.
Let's say Sting's gonna be in every
Steiners,
town.
Arn Anderson. And Friday the
And
2nd,
Sting.
Winston-Salem, Lawrence Joel Coliseum, 8 o'clock. Sting.
Sting.
The following tag team event is set for one fall. Introducing first from New York City at a combined weight of 612.
Why are we doing the long dissolve? This is fucking Soul Train. So, I just looked it up recently. The Nasty Boys gave their notice that they were leaving for the WWF at Halloween Havoc.
John Lovett is a pathological liar. I think Paul Lee needs to join.
You know,
Liars
John
Anonymous.
Lovett, that comedian, John Lovett.
Climb a tree and stay on the ground and tell the truth. He tells me stories about him driving around in Ferrari in New York and all the friends he hangs out with.
Ladies and gentlemen, their
Hey, he
opponents
doesn't
from
do any
Atlanta,
of that.
at 214 pounds.
I think he drives a used Cutlass.
Yeah, with a 6-year-old kid in there.
You know,
Kid.
that's his nephew.
God, look
You
at
know,
Tommy's
also,
jacket.
Jim Cornette really, I think, stepped over the line.
That thing.
I think it basically is he's jealous that the
Could you imagine all the gay honky tonks that shirt's been seen inside?
Police, the only real true award there is the one that Missy Hyatt won for being the sexiest wrestling superstar, voted by
Sexiest wrestling superstar. Jim Ross calling out podcaster John Lovett in 1990.
The Nasty Boys to take on Tommy Wildfire Rich and Terry Taylor. Fans, of course,
I'm just glad he's not calling out Barry Horowitz.
The Power Hour moves to its new time this Saturday morning, 9:05 a.m. this Saturday morning, of course.
Yes, that's right. Terry Taylor passed that robe down to Robert Roode in the mid-2000s. Also, let Scott D'Amore wear it a couple times on TNA TV.
One-on-one matchup this Saturday night at 6:05 for 2 big hours of World Championship Wrestling.
Like, I love the idea that he spent a bunch of money on a robe, and he's like, you know what? We need to pass this thing. Pay it forward.
I don't think Taylor or Rich, the Nasty Boys, any of those guys have ever been known for laying eggs.
I don't know.
Because you don't like Taylor and Tommy Rich, does not mean they're not great athletes.
What if she meant that they lay eggs?
Got a clean break from Jerry Saggs, surprisingly enough. The Nasty Boys still on that vendetta to become the new United States Tag Team Champions. They say they have the Steiners' number, and they say that it's just a matter of time.
It doesn't take much to get.
So the Nasties are being treated like these big powerhouses, right? Because they're like a little bit chubby, not even a lot. They're relatively svelte, but like they're pretty much the same size as Terry Taylor here. That's a good point, RBH. I didn't even think about that. Terry Taylor did lay eggs because he was a rooster.
At least it was from my monitor.
Well, not mine.
Fans, remember, the World Championship Wrestling returns to the Omni on Thanksgiving night. It's 8 o'clock starting time. The Marine Color Guard will be there, and his choice for top.
And thank you all so much for hanging out with me the last 2 hours. We're going to go a little bit past the top of the hour tonight. Won't keep you up too late.
Here on TBS Tuesday night, November the 20th at 8:05 Eastern Time. Jerry Saggs downstairs on Terry Taylor. Irish whips him in.
Got about 10 minutes left or so. Hey, Corner Studies. Hello, hello.
That move really popularized by Jack Briscoe when he was the world champion.
He was the world champion, Jack Briscoe. You know what? You're right. I don't know anything about bird biology. But thank you for that raid, Corner Studies. I didn't get an alert for it, but thank you.
I didn't know anybody was from Oklahoma, Jim. Oh, I'm sorry.
Brian Knobs, they're working over.
I didn't know anyone was from Oklahoma. It's a barren state.
Over 300 pounds. They are rough and they are physical. But a nice move there by Terry Taylor.
And they should see their dentist at least every 6 months. That one guy, he needs to go visit him.
Missing tooth before the Steiners are through with the Nasty Boys. They may need a whole mouthful of.
They may need a tooth doctor.
Brian Knobs working on the arm of Terry Taylor. Takes it another turn. I certainly hope you fans enjoyed.
When did Knobs become one of Hogan's cronies? During the 91 WWF run.
That's on Sunday night, December the 16th.
Him and Hogan became boys.
Exclusively on pay-per-view from the historic Steel Auditorium in St. Louis. More of that in the upcoming week.
Oh, that's going to be great. I can't wait.
Lateral press by Tommy Rich after the snap mare back into the arm bar.
Back into the arm bar.
Tagging in and out here now with somewhat frequently trying to keep the Nasty.
Yes, I do remember that. Then years later, Eric Bischoff brought it up on WCW Worldwide Commentary. Hey, remember when our guys almost murdered a UFC fighter? He was 2-on-1 and they had a weapon.
In any event, Jerry Saggs tags back in. Snap
He didn't say that last part.
Rich moves away from the elbow. Great contest we have going here on TBS. Don't forget tomorrow night in the.
Yeah, this isn't a real tag match because they're not doing head scissors. They're doing things. They're trying moves.
We hope to invite the fans to join us at Center Stage in Atlanta on West Peachtree. You can take the MARTA.
Okay, that was kind of cool.
1 block away.
Good on Tommy Rich for doing something a little bit different.
And afterwards, we'll be all doing the Buckhead Boogie, right, Jim?
Buckhead Boogie.
What they're going to do after the event. I wouldn't want to speculate on that. Terry Taylor, elbow caught Knobs right in the jaw, and he nails him again with another elbow. Terry Taylor has really vaulted into the top 10 in singles competition in World Championship Wrestling. And we've also seen Tommy Rich in recent weeks stepping in for his good friend Robert Gibson. As Tommy is
Good friend Robert Gibson, a special friend. Like, was it Big Show and that one gal? A special friend.
High cross body. This may be it, and he got 2 out of it. Taylor went to the air. A little customary for him.
Customary for old Terry
Well, when
Taylor.
you got a team that's so big and strong as these Nasty Boys are, and you let them slow the pace down, where they can come at you with those power moves, really puts you at a disadvantage. That's where Terry Taylor is right now, the very distinct disadvantage.
Aw, poor Terry Taylor.
Oh, poor Terry Taylor.
Contest. We'll have more from the UIC Pavilion in Chicago. Before we go off the air here tonight on TBS, thanks very much for being with us. Taylor falls back. He's in a weakened state
Leave
here.
my special lady friend,
Before Taylor could kick out.
Robert Gibson,
And Brian
alone.
Knobs turns up the burner a little bit, nailing Taylor with those right hands.
How did Terry Taylor even stay in here?
Yeah, I was gonna say that Tommy Rich's partners would have to get the STD test because he wasn't.
Over a long time ago.
He's in great shape, and he's just not a quitter. He needs to tag his partner, though, Tommy Wildfire Rich. Boy, November's going to be a great month. Always look forward to Thanksgiving. Of course, the tradition continues in the Omni, and we think we'll have one of the biggest Clash of Champions live here on TBS Tuesday night, November the 20th, 8:05 Eastern Time, 2.5 hours live, and it'll come this year from Jacksonville, Florida. Should be a great crowd on hand.
I was born in Jacksonville.
That's how you work an armbar, Tim Horner.
All the more.
Armbar.
Where are you
Ask
having
him.
dinner at, Jim? Down there at the Dunkin' Donuts?
Yeah, maybe
Just name dropping all these local restaurants and commentary, trying to get free food.
Unfortunately, I guess that's being a wrestling fan. I thought more about being in the Omni on Thanksgiving night than my Thanksgiving dinner. But I'm sure I'll get around to having a turkey. No tag was made there.
Yeah, the Omni was kind of a dump, but they plugged it on TV so much because, okay, so the strategy was those are the only house shows that, like, Turner executives would kind of buzz around, so they had to fill up that building, so Turner would, like, not want to kill the company. Like, you could do 300 people in Wichita, Kansas, no problem. But if the Omni was empty, they were going to ask you questions. You get audited.
But the referee didn't see it, so it can't be a disqualification unless the referee sees
Well,
it.
you got a point there. He can't call what he doesn't see. Taylor kicked in the head by Jerry Sags. Sags and Knobs continue their vendetta to become the United
Sags
States
and
Tag Team
Knobs are
Champions.
really, it's perfect names for these
Steiners
dudes.
in a street fight environment, and I've also heard them talking about they'd love to wrestle a Steiner sometime down the road in a steel cage match, and that would be a brutal confrontation.
That's right.
That's
Taylor's
right.
to the right. Taylor's got to make a big move here. He's going for the pin. Perhaps he should be going for the tag. Got 2 out of
By the
it,
way,
but just, he's too weak to
the Nasty Boys are feuding with the Steiner brothers, and they're having to, like, work even Steven with Terry Taylor and Tommy Rich, who were not a team.
Look how quick the Nasty Boys are tagging in and out. They kept Taylor in there a long time.
That's right.
Why is Missy suddenly doing commentary like she's in the back of the Girls Gone Wild bus? Alright.
Sleeper hold. Taylor reaching for the
Yeah.
rope. Now he's back in the center of the ring.
He could be going sleepy time right now.
Taylor already, as I said, beaten down, becoming fatigued after being punished by the double teaming of the Nasty Boys, and Taylor now down on one knee.
I don't think Tommy Rich really wants to get in there. He's not really straining too hard to try to make the tag with Terry.
He's got his arm stretched
No,
out
he's
there as far as
straining
it
too
will go.
hard. He's not
done
gonna
El
poop
Gigante,
himself
you know.
on
He can't
the
reach halfway
apron.
across the ring. He isn't 7'7".
Yeah, but I still think he's a chicken. See how he's clapping to get the fans going?
God, he does kind of look like a
I know
chicken.
you think Tommy Rich belongs on Hee-Haw, not on World Championship Wrestling, but very few people would agree with that.
You don't actually point that shit out, it's
By
true.
Brian Knobs. Terry Taylor back up to his feet now, trying to take the only path he can think of to get out of it. Belly to back suplex. That's a great counter move. Now he needs to make the tag.
But can he do it? Can he do it?
Brian Knobs is near the corner of the Nasty Boys. He tags in Jerry Sags. Taylor close to making it and does.
Hey, look at that.
Tommy Rich. Rich is very well rested and comes in with
Yeah, Turner had a stake in the
Rich is fighting for his life here, cracks their head.
fighting for his life. They're going to kill him.
And they're all four in the ring. That's not supposed to be happening.
Rich is the legal man. Referee Anderson putting out Terry Taylor. Rich sends Sags for the ride. He catches him
Up. Oh, God. Like, that move went wrong in like 9 different ways, and they still pulled it off safely. So good on them.
The Nasty Boy. By hook or crook have won it.
Not by crook. That was relatively clean. 2 of these guys could pass for Poultry, and the third guy was Poultry. Yes.
It was the illegal man who came off the second rope that got Tommy Rich.
I don't think he was illegal.
Well, then if he wasn't, then the wrong man pinned him.
Police around. He's not illegal.
I don't see the police around. So, like, when the state patrol's doing a tag match, can they arrest somebody coming in without tagging?
And more on last night's pay-per-view right after this timeout on TBS.
Yeah, that's right. No wrestler is illegal, Jim. That's what we're protesting right now.
As we promised,
hey, there's Sting.
The exclusive interview with the world's heavyweight
just got done
before we get into this, Missy, I think it's about
stooging off to Steve Beverly in the other room.
Now, don't you want to say congratulations to the champ? He's standing right here.
I have to.
Ladies and gentlemen, what a matchup. Sid Vicious went down to the hands of the world's champion, but earlier in the Halloween Havoc, being interviewed by Tony Schiavone,
Halloween
the Black
Havoc.
Scorpion appeared, he disappeared, and reappeared within a matter of a few feet in just a few seconds. How did that affect you mentally?
Well, I'd be a liar, Rossi. I've known you for a long time. So
Hey, Missy, I'm cold. Can I get my jacket back?
Seeing him out there bothered me because you got somebody. This has never happened in wrestling, has it?
Never.
You and I have been together for a long time. We know it has never
You've been
happened.
together?
Magic tricks, whatever it was, I don't know. I go to try and find him.
Is Sting a queer icon?
He disappears, he reappears. So, yeah, it's going to play with your mind a little bit. But, you know, you walk down the aisle, Rossi, big giant production.
Always loved it when he call him Rossi.
Yeah, I'm going to say it again. I don't care if you get tired of it or not, but I am a normal person when it comes to seeing little kids painted up just like me, the haircut just like me, and a sold-out house.
I'm a normal person when it comes to seeing kids painted up with bleach blonde hair.
You don't have to congratulate me. You made a prediction. That's fine. I never, ever said once that I would mow right over Sid Vicious, but I knew it would be a fight.
Congratulations, champ. Fans will have Halloween Havoc update Saturday morning on the Power Hour.
All right. All right, so that's it. Going out with a spurt and not an explosion. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me the last 2 hours and change for WCW Deep Cuts Live. Appreciate the hang. Again, like I said earlier, I'm not streaming this Sunday. This is my off week. So no off the grid this Sunday. I will be back next Tuesday, 9 p.m. Eastern for WCW Deep Cuts Live. But before we go, like I always like to say at the end of these, you know, life's fucking hard, man. It's been kicking my ass lately. I'm sure it's been kicking yours. But I'm going to try my hardest to make it to next Tuesday, 7 days. That's what I'm asking for. You can do it too. If I can do it, you can do it. So let's get here. Let's get to next Tuesday. And my name's Tom. This is WCW Deep Cuts Live. It is 11:09 p.m. Eastern on the East Coast. I'm going to hook myself up to a CPAP machine over there and go to sleep, and I think you should go to bed.